So, are we all good to play the World of SMOG, Rise of Moloch?
No!
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get it going.
This is SMOG, SMOG, not SMAUG.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Didn't know if there was like an offshoot Lord of the Rings group.
Yeah. Hey!
Hey, SMOG,
He's a phony!
SMOG is off making his own games and stuff now.
Emma Swanson. Man, that is... You got a tight box, Michael. Alright.
That could mean two things.
That's a euphemism.
Eyes. Let's be good.
Alright.
So, Leonard remembers how to play, so he's going to teach us.
Yeah.
Are we doing
Yeah, we're
the
all gonna
same
do things.
scenario or a different map?
Was this the one where we shot at each other?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this.
Well, we were specifically shooting
Yeah,
at
everybody else.
around the corners and
Yeah.
I remember this.
Okay.
And then people were using
Good
their
times
ultimates
were
too
had.
many
I had
times.
like a fire extinguisher at one point.
It was
Or
hard
tried to
those fire
get
extinguishers.
one.
Yeah, those were like the first things to
Yeah.
burn up.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get
I don't think we
Jeez.
finished. Did we not even finish scenario 1? Is that
We did not.
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
we ran out of time.
okay? So let's attempt it again, and let's attempt to actually, not run out of time. All right. So we got the stuff. All right. Campaign mode or one-shot adventures. So we're doing the campaign mode. Oh, wait a minute. I should ask. Are we doing the first adventure of the campaign mode like we did last time, or do you just want to do one shot?
Whatever we did last time was fine.
I mean,
Or
we
one
should
shot?
proceed, but we're not coming back to this for a minute.
No, I understand. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Whichever.
Okay. All right. So. So we will be doing chapter 1 in Unhappy Hour. Okay. So you're going to look at this for chapter 1 in Unhappy Hour, and you'll be telling us stuff about,
When we
changes to
tiles
setup.
to come out.
Yep. And, okay, game board setup. The chapter will tell us how to set up the board. Nemesis setup. The first thing players should decide is who will be the nemesis. That is the nemesis of our group, Leonard. He will assume the control of various agents and minions in service of Moloch, as well as gain access to a collection of unique chaos cards and nemesis powers. Yep. Okay. Each chapter will list which agents and minions to use for him. Nemesis player should select one profile to use for that game and place all their dashboards within range. So for each agent minion that is double-sided, you will pick a side to use for the whole game. You'll have access to the chaos cards. As I recall, this was a typo. It says the Nemesis player draws the 2 chaos cards marked as basic power at the start of each chapter. They're not actually chaos cards. They're in the deck that has... They'll sell basic power, but they're not in the chaos card deck. I forget which deck they're in. They're in the... well, they're in the Nemesis power deck, and that's why they're called basic powers, because they're in the Nemesis power deck. So... you'll start with the 2 basic ones from the power deck, and then the gentleman setup. Once the Nemesis has gathered their cards, we other players should choose 4 gentlemen to play that chapter and distribute their matching gentleman boards among them, each player controlling at least 1 of the 4 gentlemen. So Garrett will play 2 gentlemen, and I will play, and Don and I will each play 1. Gentlemen elect Leader, the players as a group will elect one gentleman to be the leader. The leader roll card will be assigned to that gentleman. The leader will then collect the remaining roll cards and assign one to each other gentleman. Right.
Nice.
Ally cards. The players should verify the rules for adding the ally reference cards being used in the chapter and place them in the game.
Extra.
Yeah. Last time I was a little tight on space for the cards that I had.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. And
Do you want the same
Yeah,
yellow
I'll
that
take
you were
the
before?
same.
I can't
One?
remember. Oh, you were this one, Michael, right?
sure. Hey Don, will you just make sure that Leonard is in frame on that camera?
Yep.
And Garrett is still in that
Yep.
frame as well? All right, cool. All right, thank you.
Were we? I don't remember playing either of these ladies last time.
Wasn't
This
Charles
one was
there?
out.
She
Charles,
wasn't there.
Charles,
Charles
was
was.
there.
Oh, Charles was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some more over here too that got put in the back
Um,
for some reason.
Gentlemen agents will start with a number of ether tokens represented by the number of ether icon.
Can go up.
So, 4 for me. You also begin the game with one or more equipment cards. I guess I start with the shotgun and the whiskey.
That comes from which deck? Equipment?
Probably.
Oh, it's color coded.
Yeah, so there are, we'll take a look at the decks real quick here. We've got, there are torment cards, right? Okay. And then there should only be 20 torment cards, so not all of these can be torment. Oh, there's also power cards here. So I think you might want to separate this deck into its parts.
I can't remember. These stay out of the way, right?
I think so. We've got, there's 40 upgrade cards. There's, we've got some activation cards here. We've got arsenal equipment. Oh, the Royal Arsenal equipment, expert arsenal equipment, common arsenal equipment, and then we probably have a, okay, so it's 94 equipment cards, so we might see something other than arsenal equipment. There might be gear equipment somewhere.
Gear.
I have equipment.
Oh, gear.
Gear. Oh, artifact, gear,
Okay.
location,
Okay. So,
upgrades per character.
okay.
Who's not? Which color is not in?
Is there a one player in this?
I don't know what their colors are.
What?
That
Is
one's
this a
blue.
single
That one's
player?
purple.
Gotcha.
This one's red.
I'm just trying to find out if there's
yellow is
one
out.
player components because I
guess-
don't remember
is that
these
out?
from the last
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, no, they're roll cards. They're
Okay.
for us.
And then here's ally. I assume those are for you guys.
Oh, there are a couple more.
Oh, there you
cards there.
Oh, and there you go. There's okay. I was like, why do I have this one?
Gotcha. They must have slid together in the box.
Okay. Yeah, so,
At least it gets faster every
Is this one
game.
yours?
I think so.
I have a lot more of those.
so there's, gear, artifact, and Moloch stone equipment cards don't take up slots. Arsenal cards do. We have arsenal slots on our board. I have 3. Okay, so I need a shotgun from Arsenal Common and I need a whiskey from
Where do
gear.
you have that? Oh, it says it on
Yeah.
On the which one? Common arsenal?
Right. So I
Or
need
gear.
shotgun, and then from gear I need whiskey.
I get nothing. Is it a sawed-off shotgun or it's just a shotgun?
Shotgun. Okay.
And then gear, you get whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Whiskey throttle.
Alrighty, and then, so we should have a round token, a death token, and then some other tokens.
I got no tokens. I got these rubble. I don't have tokens. What's in that bag? It's underneath you.
Token stuff. Alright. So, who's going to be our leader?
You can do it.
Yeah. Okay,
You can do it.
if you say so. Alright.
It's there's a death token. What do we need? Is that each or is
Oh,
that?
that's for each of you. Yeah, you guys can just take those right now.
No, okay, you don't need that.
What's the other ones? They're
Um,
just randomly those anyway. I'll just pull them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have space over there for like tokens and stuff once we get all the minis and
Right.
boards out of the way.
Right.
Okay. So
These might we could probably set that down and then run those off of that table.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. And then we'll run these things from down here. Maybe. Last week of using my right hand to do things
Right.
because they're cutting it off.
okay, so I have the leader roll, and then the leader will then collect the remaining roll cards and assign one to each other gentleman. So there are 4 other roll cards. I'm going to be distributing 3 of these to you guys. Okay, let's have a bouncer, a Samaritan, and a
I hate this thing. He's always so good.
and a scout. So I'll let you decide for your own characters which of these 3 roles to take, and then these 2 roles we're
There's
not
the map.
using. So just put those in, out of the way of
Unused.
cards not being used at the moment.
Gotcha.
And then,
Find these tunnels while we're waiting here.
okay, we're going to start with the. First of all, have you make sure you've gotten everything that your character starts with. It should be listed down here.
You're the only one with anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you'll start with a number of ether. I will start with 4 ether. So everybody should start with some number of ether, which is listed here.
You want 2 2s or you want some 1s or what do you want?
2 and 2 is fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Grab what you need.
All right.
I'll just keep some extra by my guy.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just to pool.
All right. And then
I think those can go back in the box.
You can go back in the box.
Yes. Yes, I can.
extra upgrades. Where are the upgrades?
These are the individually colored decks.
Oh, okay.
Hand tinted as they were.
Well, we've got 4 gentlemen, right?
We do. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I didn't see that one over there. I'm sorry. Okay. So, this is what we're going to be doing. The two different gentlemen will be receiving 2 upgrades. Then there'll be 3 common arsenals, 2 expert arsenals, 2 artifacts, and 4 gear distributed among them, and 1 upgrade each. You will start with 8 conspiracy points
Doesn't
and
go away.
2 Nemesis power cards. So the 2 Nemesis power cards you start with are those basic power cards.
These guys?
Yeah, so those are Nemesis power. There should be 2 of them that are, say, basic power.
Basic power. Basic power.
And you'll have 8 conspiracy points.
And is that this thing up here? Or is that this?
That's all. Those are questions.
Indeed.
All right. We'll eventually move those boards over.
Yeah, I was just
here.
trying to make
But yeah.
if we could slide some cards around, I could start setting the board up for
Oh,
us.
yes.
Okay. So.
I wonder if I have my little bowls in the car. I don't know if that would be better for some of this or not.
Yeah, I've got little things I can move on here.
Alright. This one.
Well, I got bowls.
All the way in the This is all the way in the corner facing this direction,
Like so.
like so. This one is 3 down from there, so right there. Spin goes right here. This one. Alright. Then we'll need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the bodies. Oh wait, those are actual miniatures, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right.
And then yeah, we'll probably need a little area to stage all those. And I'll need shambling zombies.
Do they have tall hats?
I thought they did. I can't remember. We have to look at the item thing. Real quick, can we just look at the inventory? What do the shambling zombies look like? And then flaming zombies. Shambling zombies, they
Like an
are
umbrella?
top hats, I
Okay,
think,
cool.
yeah. It looks like there's 2 styles of them apparently.
Oh, okay. Is this the other style?
That's the flaming one.
Okay.
Because it's Pride Month.
But it's
Yesterday, you guys know
more in the other.
Rose Pepper Cantina.
Looks like these are the clowns. No.
It's
Those are clowns, I think, unless those.
Is that one?
Are they halvesies? Like just the upper torsos of
I
zombies?
don't remember. Is that? I'll have to take a look.
It's a East Nashville eatery, Mexican place that's been around for years. And
Gotcha.
they have a slide, one of those signs that you put the letters in, and they always put funny stuff. And the other day we went and stopped by. I was across the street getting ice cream,
We'll find it.
and in the window it says, "That sounds gay. We're in."
That's funny.
It's like, that's a really nice one. That makes me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to put 3 common arsenal there. I'm going to put 2 expert arsenal. I think go with that stack there.
Equipment, expert arsenal. These little purple.
Yeah.
things.
So
I don't know if any of this is
I don't.
shuffled.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know if it matters because they're probably all. The one pile I saw, they were all unique things.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. How many?
2 and 2 artifacts. Yeah, and 4 gear.
Tokens.
What do you need?
2 of those
Flame
flame
tokens.
tokens. They'll both go 1 here and here. And then you've got
2 of
that
these?
the C token,
That's the fire
C,
extinguisher.
the red or the
blue.
blue?
Looks blue. We'll need a blue C and a red A and a red B,
A blue C.
which will go in between the damsel and the gut. Yep.
And
The
red
B goes here, and the red A goes here.
All right. We'll just set these off of the
And
mat since it
then
sounds like these
2
are rare.
crates.
Crates.
One will go right here, and the other will go right there.
There.
Yep. I think you got the exits.
Any
already
rubble?
here. Yeah.
Any Barney
No,
rubber?
no Barney Rubbles.
Doors.
I think it's a death token. The
Death.
skull token. I'm assuming that's for
Oh,
my.
yeah, I think we do
for my-
need doors. Do you have doors?
I have
It
doors.
should be. Oh well, yeah. You can put them in there. Otherwise, it's where these.
We need to open the doors, I
Yeah.
think.
How many do you need?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All
It's like 2 per building.
One in front, like here.
Yep. There's one over there and one in the other corner.
Oh, I see. Oh, there's also one in the middle.
There is not one in the middle.
Oh, it's not being used.
It's not being used.
Did they? Yeah, which space did they go on?
And
Yeah, I guess
It doesn't show the actual.
Oh, the doors are.
Doors,
the doors
so I
get the. They get the
stands. I was thinking that there were
That's
Oh,
what
stands.
that's right. Yeah,
these
that's right. That's
are
right.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What did I do with the stands? I put them up here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we need. Could you get yourself a bigger house with a little more table room?
I did that already.
Yeah. Okay. We're ready for you to do it
Upgrade
again.
again.
Yep.
All right.
Next time we'll choose for you unlimited budget.
Yep. You just pay the bills. All right.
That's right.
Um,
Don't make it weird and ask for help. And there and there, and then one more over there as well.
okay. So, in addition to we'll figure out how we want to distribute these amongst us, because this is starting stuff that we have that we will distribute amongst our
including.
and then we will, and then 2 investigators will get 1 of their upgrades, and 2 investigators will get 3 of their upgrades.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So we'll figure that all out once we're introduced to
And
this.
an upgrade is what? Good.
Well, it's upgraded to your stuff, so it's good. It's your upgrade.
Just
Right.
So then, all right. There is a. Where are our activation? Are there cards with our pictures on them?
These.
There's an R right here, right in the middle of upgrade.
Huh?
I don't understand
There's an
what
R,
you're at.
right?
We
It's a
don't,
picture
we don't
of it.
understand
It's
what
an
you're
R.
asking.
Okay.
What about
These
these
are-
cards here?
Are there
Uh,
cards with our pictures?
Are they on the allies?
Oh yeah. They're on the activation.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Okay, so
Oh, they're the activation cards. If you'd have used the terminology that I'm used to.
Who says activation cards? Everybody knows it's the RR cards. Are there R cards?
Is that one of those acronyms I don't know?
Yeah.
Our. Oh, you. Shut up.
Our R cards. Your R card.
What's a
my R
pirate's
card.
favorite letter? Oh, you might think it's the R, but it'd be the C.
That's good stuff over there.
And then I guess we have this allies that we will also be programming. I'll take that as the game. But this one I guess is out of game.
Gotcha. Oh yes.
That's the character we're
So
not
we're
using.
playing with that one.
And then
Was that Zool?
for your scenario,
Southern- Abigail Southern.
find the ones agents that you're using and their cards.
Which ones am I using? I thought last time it said
It's
something about
the scenario will tell you.
Like Nanny Tin. She's a
I read
robot
through this thing. It
nanny.
didn't give me specific
Nice.
ones. Last time I played was like Tobias or Emerson.
What's a
Where's the
Miko?
rest
Is
of
that
it?
who's a Mikomancer?
So
I know.
Tobias and
Necromancer.
Emerson.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
It's with an M though, right?
Oh yeah.
It should be in the setup
Necromancer.
instruction.
Well,
That's what I was looking
like
for. I didn't
Max.
see anything that
Yeah, well,
said
the-
gentlemen rescue the damsel. It just says
Yours is.
if
Oh,
they're
Necromancer.
eliminated.
Maybe she's a.
I'm a monster.
So
she's
it's-
just she's like helps you.
The agents of the
Yeah.
Nemesis arrive in round 2.
Yeah, but it doesn't give the names. It just says.
Is
they're
there one that's good
eliminated.
for the monsters?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know
the
what
other
to-
two. I mean, we're not picking them. I was just
No.
looking at them, but
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, I wonder if they might show
Tobias
up later in
and
the
Emerson.
campaign.
That looks right. I remember these guys from last time. I need
Oh, it just
these
doesn't have
miniatures,
those other.
please.
Which ones? Oh yeah.
No hammer smiths for me. But they're bodacious circle breasts, circus breasts.
Not
Not her, yeah.
yeah.
They'll be.
Oh,
I think
here it is.
they're yeah.
Agents, Tobias and
Oh,
Innocent,
okay, there you
minions,
go.
handling zombie, allies, damsel in distress,
Gotcha.
Bobby. It's part of this. This is the setup.
I was
Oh,
looking
it's
for
in
their
your
icons,
book.
Yeah.
Ooh, that guy's carrying a two-person saw by himself.
Ooh,
He's like Studley.
this is gonna do
So you need
stuff.
Tobias, Emerson, you need shambling zombies, right?
Sure. Sounds accurate-ish.
Oh, you need chaos or minions. I think it's just the minions.
I don't think I need these, right? Oh wait,
Probably
is there shambling? I think they might have actually had the
yeah,
information for
because you had
yeah.
some, like,
Okay.
upgrades or something.
There you go, and then I think that was it, though, right? There's only the.
And then we I think there's one for the allies, right? Are there reference cards for the allies?
I think your reference cards are your boards.
Oh, but there's not one for her and the Bobby specifically.
Uh,
I thought there was.
might just be the damage she takes or something. There's nothing here.
Okay. So
I'm
then,
not seeing it. I don't recall.
Yeah, because look, she took like 8 damage or 2 damage or something.
Yeah, she's weak.
She's feeble Dane.
Yeah, she is.
in the ally cards, when I gave you, these are allies, right? Okay.
Yes.
This is just for the activation.
Oh yeah. Bobby's and Damsel.
You've got them.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for. So that's their stats,
Okay, gotcha.
right? Okay, so we get to know their stats. And then here, I'll give this back to you.
I forgot. Is there a specific side these start?
You pick which side to
Oh,
use for
okay,
the whole
that's
game.
right, yeah.
Of the, you have 3 reference cards. The 2 agents and the minions, and you pick which side to use for the whole game. Okay. I'll put this here for the moment. We'll get these boards up here after we're all set up. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll have to remember the die icons and all that.
Okay.
So that's
Okay. So. Oh, I'm sorry. I lied.
that's frequent.
Um, put all of these back.
I'm putting all that back.
Oh, that's right. I need the flaming zombies as well because that was it. If they're in a space with flames, they
I
become
was
flaming
reading
zombies.
the
Oh,
one
gotcha.
shot setup, which is like trying to.
But I do remember we started with something.
Because I think we were doing one shot, but we're going to do campaign. So we start with. It says when you're doing the campaign,
You get nothing.
we start with one upgrade each, and the Nemesis player starts with the 2 basic Nemesis power cards, and chooses one other Nemesis power card. So you will get to choose one other Nemesis power card in addition to the 2 basic ones.
Okay. And I need to rearrange and get these boards out there, right?
Right. These will start at 0, and that will start at 1.
This is the
Round tracker board.
round tracker board. Let's do this. Let's. put
But
these
do we
over
still get
here.
these cards?
Yes. Yeah. That's irrespective of.
And are we still playing this game?
Yes.
Putting these out. As
Oh,
well.
okay. You're
Yeah,
going
so
this
that-
side with it. Okay.
What's happening here?
This way.
I don't know. This might
and then
go away.
Oh,
And this is a Bobby.
These can
He's an
go
extra
here,
Bobby.
I assume.
extra Bobby, right? I remember.
I
there
don't.
was-
Um,
I don't know that we'll.
I
get
don't
him
think
in
we
any way.
use that
Okay.
thingy.
I-
Oh yeah, that's for intermission. That's not used right now.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah. Don't use your thingy.
That's for upgrading. That's for after the game when we want to spend our experience on stuff. So if we need to move this, if we need to move these stacks more that way and move this down more to give him more space over here.
Does
we
him
can do
need
that.
more space?
I think so.
Are we talking about me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got you.
I
We
could-
got you.
Yeah, it would.
We're gonna
probably
give you a
help.
few inches.
It's all I've ever had.
All right. Give it a little push from your end. Be easier to push than to pull. That's what she said. Okay.
Do I,
Michael.
for my extra nemesis, do I pick or do I randomly choose one?
You choose a. I think it said choose. It says starts with 2 and chooses one other Nemesis power card. So you get the 2 basic and you choose one more. We will all choose one of our upgrade cards. So we get our starting equipment, we get our starting ether, and we're going to choose one upgrade
You
card.
choose it or you.
You choose your upgrade.
Or can we do a reminder of the iconography? Like lightning is. The lightning bolt is here. Counterattack.
Yeah, okay. The special skills: charge, evasion, counterattack. Yeah.
And these are dice. The targets are on your die.
Yeah.
The top hat is
So,
Yeah, we're going over the die.
okay. So die faces are hit plus, crown, dodge and cover. So the top hat is dodge, the umbrella is cover. The crown is the crown, right? And then the hit and hit plus are like target and the target with the plus next to it, right? Those are so iconography wise. And then special skills, like I have a charge skill. I'll read those, but we need to do the basic refresh of the teach. So if you want to wait for that before choosing your upgrade, that's reasonable to do.
The chaos cards, I didn't start with any, did I?
Garrett, will you hand me the ally reference cards? We'll just kind of put them right here. Okay. So that we all know what those allies can do. Okay.
Well, we'll still be choosing their order
Well, that's done with this card.
for the allies, though. Oh, okay.
It's
All-
all the allies
Gotcha.
activate.
They all activate, but I think we had.
This
a
is
order.
just our reference for what these particular ally stats are.
I thought the lead,
Gotcha.
if I remember, I thought the lead got to assign each time the order of who was going to go.
Well,
But all the allies are grouped
all the
together.
allies are grouped together in
Oh,
one
gotcha.
activation card. These are activation cards. These
I
are
see
not
what you're
activation
saying.
cards. These are just reference cards for what their health and.
I'm going to wait for the
abilities
basic
are.
teach before I re-choose my
Okay.
card.
So, game round. We've got our little player reference cards here.
Mine's full size.
Yes. Okay. So we have the order phase. In this phase, the gentleman and the nemesis secretly choose the order in which the figures under their control activate by placing their matching activation cards on the activation track of the activation.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do it face down secretly.
Right.
That's right.
So
Secret? Not really secret.
the nemesis player also has an activation card that's chaos, and that's when they do their chaos effect instead of activating characters, right? The top row marked in yellow of the activation board is used by the gentleman, so we will put ours here, and then the bottom row is for
And then it goes boop, boop, boop,
yeah,
boop, boop.
yeah, in that way.
Oh yeah.
All right. The leader, I will have final say on the activation order for the gentlemen and allies.
Unless we revolt because it's 3-1.
There you go. The nemesis just orders all of theirs. They don't think
Yeah.
about it, right? But the once all activation cards have been placed face down, the order phase ends and the activation phase begins. So we can more or less do it simultaneously. No, I'm sorry. It says each round the nemesis player lays down all of their activation cards before the gentleman plays all of theirs.
Correct.
So he's going to put his out, and he's going to have in the first round he's only going to have 2 because he's going to have minions and chaos. In rounds 2 through the rest of the game, he will have 4 because he'll have minions, chaos, and 1 for each of the agents. But he'll put those out here, but they'll be face down. Okay. Then we put ours face down here, and we'll have our 4 characters and allies, so we'll have 5 total. Okay. Then in the activation phase, we just go in order, revealing and activating, right?
Did you look at these rolls?
Kind of, yeah.
Here, we can just
Okay.
in case here. Are those? You get those, or those are already on there?
Wait, for what?
Your arsenal things.
Oh, yeah, these are printed.
Oh,
They're printed
nice.
on.
So you start with something.
Yeah.
I don't start with anything.
I
But my
Mine-
wits.
Yeah.
mine
apparently.
says shotgun and whiskey, so I presume I get them,
Yeah.
but they come from the decks.
Mine says nothing.
You get a
Mine doesn't
lovely
say
roll
anything,
of
but I-
human hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
I get a nice top hat.
I think the difference is I don't think you can replace your pre-printed one, so you only have 2 free spots. Whereas I could drop
Change
my
out
shotgun
weapons.
and do something else.
Yeah, I can change myself into a. Well, I can't. I permanently.
You're a
basically.
werewolf. Or
Yeah.
half your mid.
Judging by that skin you ripped off, I'd say it's
Okay,
pretty permanent.
so during the activation phase, gentlemen and agents follow the same rules. So these are named characters. So the named characters, not minions, not allies, the named characters follow these rules. Perform up to 2 actions. The actions they can perform are attack, agility, recover, revive, and special. They may repeat the same action twice if they so choose. So the attack action is the figure performs one attack.
For this guy, that's what I
We
was thinking.
will, refer to the combat basics. Agility. When performing in agility, this was the part that was confusing to somebody. I remember when we played this the first time. When you do the agility action, you get a number of agility points, and then you spend those agility points on various different move-related effects. So, so my agility is 3. So if I do an agility action, I'm going to have 3 agility points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and moving a square is 1 agility point. For movement, you can go orthogonally or diagonally when moving, but
Okay.
so it's orthogonal or diagonal.
Mhm.
You may never end your movement in a square containing another figure, but you can freely move through non-enemy figures, so through friendlies. Figures may never enter squares containing enemy figures, so you can come up next to in order to attack, but you can't occupy or move through enemy figures. Figures may never cross impassable lines, which are red lines. So there are some red lines, I guess, over here
Yep.
and stuff. Okay. Wall or go through walls or close doors or go off the edge of the stage. You can open a door, and that's an agility point. Once this is done, you remove the door from the stage. Once removed, doors are never replaced, so they're just,
Always open.
yeah. Once open, they're always open.
I got
Like Joe Mandel, I'll
This
leave
is
the lights
something
on
we
for
were
you.
forgetting sometimes that we could do. For 2 agility points, you can go through a window. So this would be a window, and you can go through there for 2 agility points. Okay. You can give 1 equipment. So a gentleman may spend an agility point to give 1 piece of their equipment to a gentleman in an adjacent square. So that's gentlemen can give each other equipment. Your guys just basically don't have equipment, so
Yeah.
it's not a thing for you.
Yeah, we're not using the fake gentleman give equipment
Okay.
secretly in the same square in the corner.
So they're
my guy
They're-
is going to give her some equipment.
their attack of opportunity mechanic, which
I
they
don't have
call
any to give. I'm sorry.
their attack of opportunity mechanic, which is called escape damage. Whenever any figure moves to leave a space adjacent to an enemy, so if you're adjacent to an enemy and you try to move, you suffer 1 damage regardless of the number of enemies that were adjacent. Knockdown and neutralized figures don't cause escape damage. A figure being controlled by an enemy doesn't suffer escape damage. So
So if an enemy has like a thing that moves them, so like you move my guy, it doesn't take the escape damage. Is that correct?
right. So if you move us, we won't
Right.
take escape damage.
Right.
If we move you, you won't take
Right.
escape damage. So yeah, the other side is causing
It has to be a
movement.
choice.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm good at the moment. Thank you.
So there is a recover action, which only the gentleman can do. The gentleman may spend 1 action. These are no longer agility points. This is just a
Right.
different action than the agility action.
Actions, yeah.
Spend 1 action to recover themselves. When they do, they remove up to 3 damage and gain 2 ether. You can never have more ether than your max. Your max is also your starting ether value. So I can't have more than 4. You can't have more than 3, so forth and so on. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Revive. Also gentlemen only. Gentlemen may spend their full turn to revive themselves. They remove all their damage tokens and torment cards and place their figure standing up. So this is if you've been basically taken out of the game. Then on your next turn you spend your full turn just standing back up again. Okay? And that's called reviving. May also spend 1 action to revive a neutral. Gentleman may also spend 1 action to revive a neutralized gentleman in an adjacent square that's not on the other side of an impassable line. So if you revive yourself, it's your full turn, but someone else can come res you. for just one of their 2 actions.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, and then special. Many gifts, upgrades, and powers require the figure to perform an action to use them. So forth and so on. Okay. Minion and ally activations. Minions and allies function in the same way, but with the following exceptions. When the allied minion activation card is flipped, activate all figures of that group in any desired order. So when we do our allies, we've got her and all the bobbies, and we just do them in any order we want at the time that we are activating our allies.
Right.
We don't have to pre-program
Same for me.
in what order they're individually going to do their things. We decide that in that moment. Okay.
Gotcha.
The same with him and his shambling zombies.
The
Okay.
Shambalams.
Okay. And then each ally / minion gets 1 action during its activation. When multiple allies minions wish to attack the same target, they do not roll their dice individually. Instead, they will pool their dice together to perform 1 powerful attack. Take the attribute listed on the ally minion card, so green or red, and add +2 dice to the attack for each allied minion also attacking the same target.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I missed that.
So let's say I was here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and you want to attack me. You can basically only do 1 attack with these 2 zombies. What you can't do is attack with this zombie and then attack with that zombie. Because they're both adjacent to me, they will attack together. So you will do an attack with this zombie, and you'll add +2 for the existence of that zombie who's helping that
Gotcha.
one attack. Okay. Okay.
And you said it was 1 action.
It's
per-
+2 dice. I'm sorry, it's +2 dice.
And you said it was 1 action per minion or ally.
Right, with the exception that if there's going to be attack, it is these 2 zombies. 1 single action for the both of them is the 1 attack against
Gotcha.
the person.
Okay.
This person cannot individually attack, and then
you
this
can
zombie
still move.
individually
Yeah.
attack.
Gotcha.
They have now. What you could do, or what he could do, is attack with this zombie and move this zombie.
Sure.
What he
Okay.
can't do is both these zombies attack the same target. If that's going to be the case, then it is just 1 attack that is the 1 action for the both of them, but it is this one's stats +2 extra dice. Okay? Or 3 or whatever. Like if there's another zombie here, then it'd be the same sort of thing, but it'd be +4 extra dice.
And that technically goes for allies as well.
Yes, exactly. Okay? All right. Nemesis power and chaos cards. When the gentlemen, while the gentlemen have various artifacts and equipment, Nemesis has access to powerful abilities. So chaos cards. Nemesis begins each chapter with 2 chaos cards, and then may purchase additional chaos cards through specific Nemesis powers.
So I start with 2. I assume, are these random? Or do I choose?
Random.
Rando.
Yeah, so you're going to have okay. Each chaos card lists when it can be played, as well as its specific effect. Chaos cards should be kept hidden from the other players. Once a chaos card is used, it is discarded, so it's a once and done. There's no limit on how many chaos cards the Nemesis can play per activation. So when the Nemesis player activates, he's going to do the character activation plus any chaos cards that can be played in that phase that he wants to. Nemesis powers. Nemesis will have access to various Nemesis power cards, including the 2 basic powers for certain stuff. He's actually starting with 3 for this scenario, the 2 basic and 1 other of his choice. When the Nemesis gains ether, usually from the price of power, special rule. If I recall correctly, when we spend ether, it goes to him.
Yeah, it's an action, I think, but I don't know if that's. I guess that's. These are special actions down here. I think.
Instead of giving when you get the ether, you can either give the ether to an agent to activate to power their shit, or you can place one or more of that ether on a nemesis power. But you have to basically make that determination
Right.
at the time, and then it can't be swapped back.
Right.
A nemesis power may have any amount of ether on it. Once per nemesis activation, at any time during it, the nemesis may spend ether from one power card and only one power to activate its effect. So he can do any number of chaos cards that are applicable that he wants to, because those are once and done. Power cards are recurring abilities he has, but he can only do one per activation.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's an exception. Or there is this special activation. He's got the chaos activation card. When the chaos activation card is revealed, the nemesis player is free to activate each of their powers once. So if it's not the chaos activation, you can use one power only. If it's the chaos activation, you can use each of your powers once.
Gotcha.
Okay? Or up to once. As well as the chaos cards that you can always use. Okay? All right, so then after the activation phase, then the wrap-up phase. We advance the round token. If the chapter has any effect or end condition, a chapter effect here, well, he gets to bring his agents in on the second round, if I recall. And then we check to see if things have been fulfilled and all that. Then the Nemesis and Leader take back all activation cards. We discard any cards that have been eliminated from the stage. Once this is done, the round ends and the next round's order phase begins. Play continues and the one-side's victory conditions have been met. So that's how we play with the... we will talk about combat and some of the special icons. So, yeah, let's try to go through the combat as quickly as we can here. All right. So attacks fall into melee or range. Melee uses the green punch, and range uses the red trigger. Okay, the higher the value, the better. Okay. Upgrades, powers, and equipment may aid in boosting an attack as well. Measuring range. Melee attacks have a range of 1 and thus may only ever target an enemy in an adjacent square, including diagonal. In addition, the target cannot be on the other side of an impassable edge from the attacker. So it can't. So in other words, even if you're diagonally, well, in range, you can't go through an impassable edge.
Is this technically because you're not through the wall?
I think you can walk there, right?
Yeah, so that would be.
I think you're
yeah,
fine.
so yeah, okay, yeah.
It's from center square to center square.
Okay.
So
Okay,
so if you draw a line of range from the center of the square, the attacker's on the center of the square, the attackee or the defender is on, and that line doesn't pass through any impassable barrier, door, blah blah blah. The range attacks have the following rules. Gentlemen must have a ranged weapon in order to use their range attack icon. Agents, minions, and allies don't need to have a ranged weapon because they're just assumed to have whatever they need to use their shit. If the weapon has a short range icon, which is a red with a, mine is not.
Yeah.
It's red with a
I've got
line
that.
over it.
Yeah.
It means that weapon can be used short range, or it has a short range. It can only target enemies up to 4 squares away.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
And without that icon, it's line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's line of sight with no maximum range otherwise. Okay.
For if it doesn't have a plus.
If it doesn't have a bar
that's
over it.
The short range icon, the arrows.
So for mine, that's just a range of 5.
No,
that's
That's
the
line of
dice.
sight, and that's the
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
the
Unlimited
amount of
range.
Unlimited
basically.
range, got it.
and it's a strength of 5.
Got
or
it.
whatever. Okay. These two don't have a range
Right,
attack.
because they're just melee.
And they're zeros. Okay. Okay. So windows, line of sight can go through windows, but not through closed doors, walls, or red lines. Okay. Cover. When making a ranged attack, sometimes intervening figures and obstacles may grant cover to the defender, giving them a higher chance to be missed. If, when checking for line of sight, the line uses a window or another figure, the defender has cover. When attacking a figure with cover, the defender gains extra defenses via the dice cover icon. When a target has cover, each cover icon, removes one success from the attack. Okay? So the cover side of a die, which only applies to, I think, if I recall, only maybe gentlemen. Anyway, no, it doesn't say that. It just, okay. So this only applies to the defender
If there is.
if they have cover. Otherwise, it's
And even if they have cover, you don't get cover unless you roll the umbrella, right?
right. It just makes it more likely for them to
Gotcha.
negate a success. Okay.
I forgot what we ruled on for crates.
Yeah, were they line of sight?
Crates provide cover. I googled it.
Oh, okay,
afterwards.
cool.
It was really, really, really hard to track that down.
Yeah.
There was a lot of confusion and
Especially,
debate in the
during
forums because it was
setup
it's
and
never clarified. But the community just by fiat just decided that the sensible thing was the crates exist for a reason.
Okay.
They provide cover.
Gotcha.
And from the last time, here, gentlemen can only use their specials once per turn.
I think
right?
so. I think
Oh,
so.
oh no,
yeah.
they have two actions, and so they can use their special action twice.
Nope, because that was an issue last time we looked up. Because Charles had something that kept basically refreshing it, and it was like,
Oh,
nope, you
yeah,
only get to
yeah.
use a special once.
Oh, that it depends if it's a special action. If it's a special action, it can be used for your two actions, so it can be used twice. If it's a special effect, that's different.
I think the bonus action might only trigger once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll look up that distinction.
Yeah.
There's a distinction. Okay. Making the attack. So, if you're a gentleman, you select your weapon. Otherwise, whatever. Activate weapon ether effects if you so choose. Right. Activate attack boost gifts. If the attacker has any gifts, powers, upgrades, equipment that grant an attack boost, they may activate them now by paying any required cost. Okay. Attacker rolls dice. The attacker now takes dice equal to their attribute. So the number is how many dice you're rolling. Again, like green for melee, red for range. And all the bonuses. And then a hit is a hit. That generates a success. A hit plus generates a success. In addition, many weapons and powers trigger additional effects when a hit plus is rolled. Crown. If a gentleman rolls a crown, when attacking, a crown may be used either as one success or be spent to gain 2 ether. The attacker must choose which effect they will use before the defender rolls their dice. Nemesis. When attacking, this counts as one success. So a crown is just another opportunity of success for you, evil player. Dodge and cover. When attacking, the top hat, which is the dodge, and the umbrella, which is the cover, they just count as misses for when the attacker rolls them. Defender rolling dice. After the attacker rolls, the defender will roll a number of. Defender takes a number of dice equal to their agility. So your agility, in addition to your agility points and an agility action, is also the number of dice you roll on defense,
Gotcha.
and the added bonuses and blah blah blah, and you roll them. A dodge is a rolling the top hat, which is a dodge during a defense, is a straight up subtract one success from the attacker's roll. The cover is a conditional dodge. It's a dodge if you have cover. It's not if you don't. Okay. The hits and the crown, they mean nothing when defending. Unless you have a special ability that says otherwise.
Like my shambling zombie.
Okay. Then you tally the results, subtract all the defender's dodge and cover, blah, 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 from the attacker's successes. For each success that remains, the defender suffers 1 damage. Place 1 damage token on them to represent this. Ether and attack effects. Some weapons have special effects that can be triggered by spending the indicated amount of ether, blah, blah, blah. When an ether is spent, the upcoming attack gains all benefits shown, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So there's special, if it's a green, it's adding to your melee. If it's red, it's adding to your range. It's adding that many dice, okay? Then you've got a reroll. Spread means the attack may target up to 1 additional enemy in a square adjacent to the target, as long as they're also a valid target themselves. Only 1 attack roll is made, but each target makes a separate defense roll, blah, 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 blah. Knockdown, if they take at least 1 damage, they are knocked down on their side, and they must spend 1 action on their next turn to stand up again. Daze, which is the swirly. If this attack deals at least 1 damage, they lose 1 ether per daze icon. What? I'll have to put her outside, and she'll just have to boil because she's. For each ether they must lose and don't, they suffer an additional damage. Fire. If this attack rolls any successes, place 1 fire token. Okay. I'll be right back.
And I forget. I start with ether, right?
I
Is it
don't
these?
know. No, you don't.
I'm pretty sure I do. I think it's their starting is there, right?
Hmm?
Don't I start with what they have right there? If I remember correctly.
I'll look it up again. Maybe it's agents and gentlemen start with ether. But I think most of your ether has to come from us spending it.
Sure, I'll start with something.
I think there's a maximum you can hold, but I don't know if you. We start at our max, but I don't know if you do start with your max.
I don't know where it was, but
Here. Okay.
I'm going for one of my abilities. It's to have Nanny 10.
Nanny 10. What the heck is hanging from her gun?
I think it's an arm that turns into a gun, so I think it's like her arm drooped.
Oh, yeah, okay. She's,
The hidden.
Yeah. I see.
It's her hand.
Each gentleman and agent starts with their ether max.
Okay.
So when your agents come into play, they'll come in with their ether max.
Okay. Can I get 3 and 3, please?
Okay.
Thank y'all.
So, other things to be aware of are your special skills. So, charge means, and it's not printed out, so I mean, it's probably on here. One would hope it's on here somewhere.
I don't think it is.
For what charge?
Well, the
Or
special
special.
symbols, like I have a lightning symbol and a mask symbol.
Is it? Not?
Oh yeah, those meant something, right? Yeah, the little charge and the mask on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're supposed to just memorize what they mean.
I guess
because-
so.
Yeah, it's really not on here.
So what's the?
Seems like a miss. Okay. So charge means spend 1 ether to make a charged special action. Target a figure in line of sight. that the charging figure may reach using agility points. Then move adjacent to that figure and make a free melee attack against them. The player may not charge a figure that they began their activation adjacent to.
Okay.
So it just means
It
that
gets you somewhere while attacking instead of using 2 actions.
right. So for one action, I can move up to 3 spaces and attack. And then evasion, which is the mask. When this figure is attacked, but before the defense roll, they may spend 1 ether to roll 3 additional defense dice. This may only be done once per attack. So, if you've got evasion, who's got evasion?
I do.
The
evasion.
I got it.
You've got charge.
Yeah.
I've got charge.
We've
I'm sorry,
got
I was
charge.
listening to what you were saying before.
Well, and I might have missed it. Was the charge 1 ether to do it as well?
You spend 1 ether to
To do either. Okay.
to move up to your
Mhm.
spaces equal to your agility and attack. And you
Got
can attack for 1 action. Counterattack is the lightning. When this figure is attacked and after that attack is complete, this figure may spend 1 ether to immediately make 1 attack. That attack action must target the attacker. Counterattacks may not trigger counterattacks on the target. So it's not a never-ending thing.
Right.
Right. So just pay attention. Your character probably won't gain more of these. So mine has charge, his has charge. You have a charge and a
I have just
Evasion.
charge and evasion. Yep.
I have an
and
evasion and counterattack.
yeah. So it's 1 ether to activate those things, and then
Okay.
what they do just differs. So just remember what those are. Okay. Bonus actions and upkeep timing. Blah 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 blah. Roll cards, upgrade cards, gifts, and powers can be activated, used at different times during a round. 5 different classes will describe their powers. Bonus effects are always active for the gentleman to use. If it's a bonus effect, it's just always active. Upkeep effects have a cost in ether. Blah blah blah. In order to activate those effects, the gentleman needs to put that many ether tokens on top of the effect. When the ether is there, the effect is active. Starting the gentleman's next activation, give all ether allocated on upkeep to the nemesis player. Then effect can be activated again by once more placing the ether cost on top of the effect. When gentlemen spend ether on upkeep abilities, the nemesis will only gain that ether at the start of that gentleman's next activation, or if that gentleman is neutralized before the next activation. Okay. Actions give extra options for the gentleman to spend their action points on, and again, they can do the same action twice. Bonus action. This is what you were talking about that Charles, I guess, was getting wrong.
Yeah.
Bonus actions, which is different than special actions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bonus actions are actions that need to be activated and that may be used only once per character activation. They don't spend actions. So if it is an action that doesn't spend an action point, it can only be done once per activation. Okay. And I think it will just literally say bonus action.
Right. That's what. Yeah. This is
So if
the
it
phrase,
says
this
bonus action,
Yeah.
you can do it once per activation or phase. Okay. Attack defense boosts. Boosts are effects that may be used to modify attacks or defenses. They are permanent as long as the card remains in play, and some require ether to be used. Price of power. Whenever we spend ether, it goes to him. Blah blah blah. We know that.
Well, technically, it goes into a pool, and then. Okay. Oh, is that a? Do I have to use an action to gather it, or do I just get it?
That ether is handed to the nemesis player, who is then free to distribute it among the nemesis power
Never
cards
mind. I like that
and
even better.
agents. So basically, what it is we give it to you, and you immediately decide which agent or power card it's going to go to.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then ether reserve. Some cards, effects, or abilities will tell the nemesis to gain X reserve ether. This ether is not placed on a specific agent or nemesis power, but is instead held on the ether reserve located on the Nemesis board. So if you got an ether reserve, so if you got anything that tells you you can put ether reserve, he can draw from the power any Nemesis power or agent they wish. So this is just wild ether. So if something lets you put ether in the reserve, you put it there,
Right.
and then you can spend it on any agent or
But that's
power
got to
card.
specify. I can't take the stuff you give me and put it in the reserve.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
And are these special actions?
Those are
I'm just trying to figure out what my. So I've got attack and then special. What? Because I thought these were the specials, but if I just get your ether when you use it, then what? Like the power cards, for example, those activate during the chaos. They all activate, but then once per turn I can use it. But is that using an action, or is that just in addition to my actions? Because I was confused. Because this
we
one,
knew at one time, so we should be able to
Yeah.
know again.
because this card is what makes me wonder. Because it says immediately make one free action. I'm sorry, one free attack action with an agent. But if I'm spending an action to use it, then it's not really a free attack, is it? Because it's the same as using an attack. So I'm a little confused on that.
Well,
Well, you
except
can
for that
use
it's-
you can use one power per activation, so you could you could use the agent and then use the power to use the agent again.
Okay. So I don't have to. It's not an action to use the power card.
No,
I just use it.
right.
Okay.
You get to use one power per activation phase, and you get to use each of your powers once
Got it.
during a chaos activation. Okay. But those things. Oh, okay.
Because then I just don't know what my special. Or was that the mask and the dodge? Is that the special? The mask and the charge?
You could play without.
I just want to know what it is so I don't use it inappropriately. Does it make sense to you?
for which
For
part?
the action? So I've got two actions. There's agility points and attack. That all makes sense. But the special, I'm not quite sure. what
Well, I
else.
think we're the ones that have specials.
Well, no, because this is under
It
Nemesis
does say-
activation.
yeah.
So I don't. And then, because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, is this the special? But then also, what does the 1, 2, and 3 mean?
Right. We knew it one time. So.
I wonder if it's like certain of those.
I thought it might have been something like this because I think this is. I don't remember where these are supposed to start, but I thought there was something like if I use whatever and then they
Right,
meet,
yeah,
something
pay
happens.
them.
But also, I think this.
Yeah,
I think
using
that was the special action, but I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh. Okay. 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 That's what it is. Ignore all of this.
Ignore all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during intermission, so after we do this chapter, you will have a number of nemesis or corruption or whatever points it's called to spend, and these are things you can spend them on,
Okay.
and this is the cost. So you could these are on 0.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The skull is how many of us you've killed, which is 0. Right?
Gotcha.
And this is the corruption or whatever that you will gain. So at the end of the chapter during intermission, if you had 4 corruption to spend, you could spend 1 here and 3
Okay.
here. Okay.
So then.
So that's nothing during
Right.
during the chapter. Okay.
So then, is it just? Are these just my special actions? The dodge or the?
Yeah. Those are these special skills, which are basically your special actions. Yeah, it literally says the figure for charge may spend 1 ether to make a charge special action.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
all makes sense now. Good to go.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
Let's do it.
But this part activate up to 2
Yeah,
minions.
so that's the power. So I could do one of
Oh,
those
okay.
per turn. I could pick a card and do it once
Oh,
per turn,
gotcha.
just free, as
Okay.
long as I have the ether on.
Okay,
And then when my chaos goes, I can activate all of them.
gotcha.
Okay, so having read all that, let's finish our setup. I guess we may not
I
need
think
that.
everything is done for this.
Well, I need to
Oh,
pick
for your-
upgrade.
Gotcha.
And did you guys pick your
Yes.
Yeah.
roles?
Yeah.
While you're
How do
picking,
I
shall
get a hold of some of that good arsenal stuff?
I think the crate.
There's some
Or
stuff
the
in
AB,
here,
I think
special
AB,
rules and
yeah.
things.
He's going.
I'll go over.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead and
'cause
read.
I don't
Do we,
have a
do we
ranged
want the
weapon.
flavor text or
Yes,
straight to the
read-
special rules?
Go ahead and read the flavor text, and while you're doing that, I'll be.
Okay. An unhappy hour. Whitechapel Police Station, January 20th, 1888, 11 p.m. Sergeant Chadwick had just started his night rounds when his steel tip of his boot struck the body of a young lady who had fainted on the sidewalk. The deathly silence that was floating in this alleyway, normally a theater of drunken scenes of which Dickens would not have turned up his nose at writing about, quickly convinced him that something terrible had happened, and that something more terrible yet was about to happen. He hurried to carry the victim to the station, and when she finally regained consciousness, she screamed in terror before begging the bobbies pressing around her to warn the Unicorn Club that Professor Blackmore was still alive. The sergeant remained stunned. Professor Blackmore, former member of the Unicorn Club and conservator of the British Museum, had just been buried 2 days earlier. Relayed by all of the press, his funeral had caused a great sensation in the highest spheres. His last archaeological expedition in Syria, financed by Lord Turnbull, had been a fiasco. The ship expected to bring back the invaluable artifact had sunk in the Thames upon its return, causing, in passing, the death of his sponsor. Rescued at the last minute, he had ended up hanging himself in the office with no final note other than a short, "I am so sorry." The reputation of the ladies and gentlemen of the Unicorn Club for untangling the most nebulous of situations no longer needed to be established, so Chadwick didn't hesitate to use the pneumatic messaging system to warn them. When the first member of the club walked through the door of the station, he ignored the exaggerated difference of the uniformed men and headed straight to the young woman. He held a piece of rock against her, which seemed to glow. "Speak freely and be conscious, please." "They're after me," she started, before a glacial hooting sound outside, accompanied by a long series of growls at the other end of the street. Chadwick took a chance and stepped out of the door to better assess the situation. What he saw made him jump. He barked to his subordinates to barricade the exits. Barely out of their cab, the other members of the club stopped short to determine where the strange racket came from. Skillfully slipping into the building between them from the police station, their concentration was broken by the sinister and distant sound of a window breaking, followed by the shouts of panic. The blood of the Lawven gentlemen froze. That alarming message hadn't torn them from the arms of Morpheus in vain. "Make sure this young lady is evacuated as soon as possible so that things get cleared up by Jove. All forward with me," shouted their leader before rushing into the unknown.
When is Jove exactly?
I don't know. That was a lot of words for, I feel like, just word's sake. Okay, so special icons and rules. Starting position. The 4 gentlemen may start in any green space on the stage, which you already did.
We can reorder.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's the thing.
A and B token item caches. A and B tokens are item caches. The A and B interest tokens are item caches. A gentleman may spend 1 agility point while adjacent to it to pick up a item cache, gaining 1 random gear equipment and 1 random custom arsenal equipment. So there you go.
So
That's how you
gear
get those
and
fancy cards.
arsenal. So
Token C
1 from each.
is the interest token that represents a fire extinguisher. A gentleman or bobby may spend 1 agility point while adjacent to it to pick it up. While they have it, the fire extinguisher token cannot be placed in their square. While they have it, fire tokens cannot be placed in their square. Once per activation, they may spend 1 agility point to extinguish all fire tokens in adjacent squares.
You said that's
C.
the gentleman and Bobby's?
And Bobby's.
Okay.
A gentleman and Bobby's may spend an agility point. The agents of the Nemesis arrive on round 2. Their activation cards will only be added during round 2 when they activate for the first time. They will be placed in an exit chosen by the Nemesis, only one agent per exit. Protect the innocent. If the damsel would be damaged, a Bobby in line of sight and short range, up to 4 squares, may intercept the attack, suffering all the damage instead, and being immediately neutralized, of course. Victory conditions for the gentleman. Rescue the damsel. If the damsel exits the stage by spending 1 agility point to move off the board via an exit token, the gentleman win. Also, stop the agents. If Tobias and Emerson are neutralized, the gentleman wins. So if you take out my 2 biggies. And for the Nemesis, if I eliminate the damsel, I win. Or if you're neutralized. If I eliminate the gentleman in any combination of neutralizing them 3 times, the Nemesis wins. The death tokens to count those neutralizations on the Nemesis board.
Gotcha.
Campaign, and then there's questions. That's for after, once we figure out what rewards or not.
Now, will we gain these through the course, or we
Gain what?
other
Other
upgrades?
upgrades, probably.
Between chapters.
Okay. Yeah.
Between chapters.
We'd have to
So
spend.
not in this game.
Yeah. More than likely not in this. I think not in this one.
Okay, well, that makes me
So I need to
wonder if I
not
want to
have
switch.
these 2
Right.
yet.
I'm going to stick with that. Okay. Anybody got any plans?
Yeah, to kill you all.
No.
No, I meant later, after that. Like, I was thinking like a movie and pizza, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah. We can do that. We can Netflix and chill after the death.
That's my favorite kind.
Alright. I'm putting my upgrade deck over there because I don't think I'm going to need to do
Okay.
anything more.
Probably not.
I'm going to keep mine over here so I can figure out all the things I should have done.
There you go. I decided to swap my upgrade for one that isn't going to cost me ether to use. So it's just a bonus effect. Alrighty. So then, I think we've chosen all the things that we need to choose, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, could you remind me how fire works? I remember the Nemesis gets to choose.
Yeah,
how
where it
spreads,
goes. Or
but
something. I think each round doesn't
like
it
you can't go
move to
outside
an
or
adjacent
something.
space or something?
I think so.
During the wrap-up phase, any fire tokens in an outdoor square are removed.
Okay.
Perpetual rain does that. It's perpetual, you see all the rain coming down, all the scratching. It's all just rain. It's perpetually raining. While tokens inside a building will begin to spread, the Nemesis will place 1 additional fire token in a square adjacent to an existing fire token for each fire token in that building. If, therefore, during the first wrap-up phase, 1 fire token is inside a building, the Nemesis will place 1 fire additional token. During the next wrap-up phase, they will place 2 more, for a total of 4 now, since there are now 2 tokens. Note that the Nemesis must place these tokens adjacent to fires that were there at the start of the phase. They may not string new fire tokens together during the same phase.
Gotcha.
So he could, in theory, spread this here and here.
That's a wall, though. You can't go.
I said,
Oh, I got you.
but what he can't do is go like 1, 2 because this one wasn't adjacent
Yeah,
to
gotcha.
the one that started initially. But he's going to place 2 here at the end of the first wrap up, and then he will be placing 4 and so forth.
Gotcha.
The fire can spread through doors and break them, remove them from stage, can spread through windows, but cannot spread through walls or red lines. So you are correct on it will not go through a red line. Okay.
And if it hits a Bobby, it kills them automatically.
Yeah,
right?
they only have 1 health.
Right.
Hit points.
Otherwise, does it do just 1 hit damage for everybody else, or is there any?
Why are we over there?
So that's where it said we started.
That's the,
Any figure
The
that
stage.
enters
they're calling the whole thing the stage, and
yeah, this whole thing is the stage.
Sorry, then that would be
I think
the.
these are the circles.
There were green zones listed on.
Oh, okay.
They're saying on the stage, the green spaces on the stage, and then they were the green spaces in.
Only
Those were the
only
only
those
ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
were green.
All right, just making sure because
It doesn't quite line up with
we're
There you
like
like with the story. It sounds like we should have been in there. But,
yeah, or one of us should have been.
you're right.
Also, there's no way to stop this fire.
Any figure that begins their activation in the square with a fire takes 1 damage. Any figure that enters a square containing a fire also takes 1 damage. So
There's a way to stop it. You can move a Bobby over there at some point and pick it up and.
who can pick up the fire extinguisher? A Bobby or
I
A
believe
Bobby
it said a
can,
Bobby
yes.
or a.
or one of us,
or a gentleman.
but not the
Not
a
the
gentleman
dibs.
or a Bobby may spend 1 agility point while adjacent to pick it up.
Okay, so if a Bobbies get 1 action and they have an agility of 2, so for a point, this Bobby could in theory pick this up.
No.
Nope. Wall.
Oh,
Well,
wall.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it could be one of these. Like one would have to open the door for the other one to start going through. Anything else, the fire would spread here or both, blocking these. So
Okay.
I think one of these Bobbies has to get
Yeah.
like to 2 and then to 4
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically this guy could be here. He just gets
and
one.
die.
Well, has he only got 1 health?
Yeah, they've only
Yeah.
got 1 health.
Okay. Yeah.
So
and
so-
die.
Yeah. No biggie. Heroic sacrifice. Maybe Leonard will choose not.
But
to kill
Bobbies can
that
spend
zombie.
Bobbies can
Or
spend
that
2
Bobby.
agility points to escape via window.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's also.
And this is a door, so they can also leave via door.
Yeah. I'm not worried about them leaving. I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
It is an entire agility point also to use the extinguisher. So 1 to pick it up and 1 to use it.
Gotcha.
Right. But if you have
And
it,
it can't
if you
spread,
have it,
yeah.
it can't spread into that
Into your square. Right.
into your square.
Right.
And the fire can't spread through walls.
Right.
Isn't that right? Okay.
Right.
Because although you might not just right away spray the area, you are going to certainly stop it from hitting you.
Yes.
I'm not going to put the fire out, but I'm
Right.
certainly not going to get touched by it, you know?
So go ahead and program your 2 cards. We will program ours.
I bet you will.
The he's programmed so we can talk about it. So that's why he goes
I
first.
am programmed.
So that we can talk about it and he can't.
Right.
So
Oh, wait. I'm just kidding.
so
While you discuss, I'm getting more water.
yeah, I'll grab a snack here in a moment. But
Rehydrate on gushers.
What's that?
Rehydrate on
Yeah.
gushers.
That is hydration, isn't it? There's juice. It's gelatinous, but it's juice.
right.
I punch for 3. I shoot for 4. Yeah. So. Tell me, what do you guys think?
I don't think it matters too much for the first round because his zombies can't move and attack, correct?
Yeah.
They only have 1 action.
Oh, is it 1 action?
Well, they have.
I have 2
They
actions.
have well, no. Your zombies have 1 action point.
Oh.
They have 2 agility, so they can move 2 squares, but they can't move and attack.
Yeah. So even
Allies and minions only get 1 action on their turn.
so even if they get up to the Bobbies, they're not going to be able to attack them yet this round.
Right. So,
I don't
you
think
guys,
they're in
you
danger
guys want to
necessarily.
go for cash, or do you want to?
I mean, I would like to try and find a ranged weapon
I think that's
because I don't have a ranged weapon.
And I do. So that's.
And
that's
I have, and one of my things is I have a bonus, so that brings my range up to where you guys are.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
otherwise I've got a very low bonus. Other than if I wanted to, like, before we get started.
And I have a punch, steam fist. I can.
How hard
I
is
can
it to
power
get
my
your
punch.
ether back?
I think you have to rest, or I'm sorry.
It takes an
the
action, or
recover action.
Yeah, recovery,
Which
you
is an
gain
action.
3 health and 2 ether.
Yeah.
Because I could, instead of the thing that I have before we get started, have something that increases my ranged.
Am I reading correctly? That
What is
also, I think on an attack, if you roll a crown, it can count as a hit, or you can gain 2 hit.
yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah.
us, yeah.
What's a spread on a melee?
Target 1 enemy in an adjacent square.
1 additional. So you.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Yeah.
would it be better for me to have more offensive things? I think than healing myself when I kill.
Probably be more. I would recommend.
I'll have
being
to
more
spend
offensive.
ether, but
Okay.
I'll do that. We'll do that. So then
You're a werewolf. Be a killer.
all right. So then we're at a point where that would put me, when I use ether, that would put me at a 4, plus I can attack twice.
Gotcha.
Well, this is.
So I would need a.
Now to power this, you have to.
That's what I just said. I had to, when I use this, when I use ether, I would have a attack of 4,
Oh.
and I get to do it twice.
Oh, okay.
If it's a ranged, then I have a ranged weapon.
Nice.
So I think I remember this last time. It took a while to get to these caches, but
I read it, but I already forget how upkeep works. In order to activate upkeep effects, it puts that ether on top of the effect. While the ether is there, the effect is active at the start of the gentleman's next activation.
yeah.
So basically, you put
Yeah,
it there,
you
you
gotta
have it for the
pre-program
round,
it.
and then at the start of your
Right.
next turn, that's when it will go
Yeah.
to the nemesis player.
That's fine.
Okay. That's fine. So it just means, you need to use it, and then you have it for the whole rest of your turn.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's
All right, so I'm a possible futuristic, powerful weapon. Don't mess with me. I'll rip my skin right off. If somebody could open that door, so
Which
that
door? This one or that one?
that door, the
Yeah.
interior door.
Yeah. One of my characters could go first
All right.
to open doors.
Which one?
The girl, Emma.
All right.
Don't tell him.
Well, we can.
No, don't let him. Oh man,
I think we. I don't think there's a reason why we can't put ours face up.
you just tell everybody all our secrets.
Anyway,
I think the ones after could be secret in that
Yes,
if
that nobody knows what's coming.
like
Well,
it doesn't.
Are you
matter as
supposed to
much
discuss
right
it, or
now,
do you just
but-
choose and
but
then
it
they
might
find
matter-
out when they go?
It might matter more when he has his other guys on board.
Well, he's already got them on the
Well,
table.
what I was saying is
He
it might
can't
be that
rearrange.
you're not supposed to
He can't
discuss it, and he
rearrange.
picks,
Well, right,
and then you guys
right,
see as it.
right, but it might, yeah, he might make decisions to try to attack one of our characters before they're moving, sort of thing, not knowing the order.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it'll matter when he only has the 2 cards, but when he has the other characters.
What? No,
Manager.
flip them up, Tyler. I won't.
That
Alter
is,
my
that, all
play
of
off
that
that?
is all of that is very valid, because if he knows I'm doing this, he may change what his plan is based off of the first thing.
Never.
But who knows if what I said was true?
Right.
I'm a known liar. I'm also kind of notorious for ripping my own skin off. But
Want to see a party trick?
But I'm always a gentleman because I'll wear my hat.
What are you?
Yeah, well, all my zombies have hats too, so.
Yeah, I got it. It's not like they're walking around with umbrella. Oh man!
so classy.
Ah.
oh, okay. So
Manners maketh man.
here's what I'll do. Pick from there a card to put here face down.
And then hand it to me. No, then.
Oh, this card.
Yeah, let
So
me
you can see which one.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's just stack them.
Yeah. This round probably doesn't matter so much because he doesn't have his hero units on the board.
I stacked that
Going
front to back.
front to back. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Do you want to look at it before you do it? Since you have final.
What do you
Front
say?
is first.
So this one?
No, front is first.
Oh.
But you need to make sure you agree with the same.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay. So, first turn in the game. Or if you.
All right, wait a minute. Let's see.
2 hours later.
7:53. 2 hours later, indeed.
All right. So the allies first. So we're her and all the bobbies have one action, and she has 4 agility points. They have 2 agility points. So what are we doing with these guys?
As a reminder, my hats or my crowns count as blocks with my hats.
Your what?
My crowns will also count as
Oh, okay.
blocks.
With your zombies. Are we trying to move her out before the fire gets to her, or are we and keep her with some bobbies, or what?
I think one of the bobbies can start running for the
These
fire
2
extinguisher.
guys can go for this,
Yeah,
and she can come over here, and these guys can be interference.
that sounds good.
She doesn't get far enough, the fire will get her.
Does it see diagonal?
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, yeah,
For where
She
the
can
door
be
is.
in one of these 2 places or at the door.
yeah. I like her at the door. I
Okay.
think that's a good idea.
We need to. We got to unlock the door first.
Okay. So
Well, she's not going to leave. the
Oh,
door,
she's
right?
not gonna leave. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
the door's not on the space; it's in between. Okay.
All right, for these bobbies, how about this guy first? Yeah, I don't think it matters because they
Doesn't
can do
matter.
diagonal. So unlock the
Opens-
door for 1, and they get 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He can't move though. That's his one action.
No,
he's spending the points. 1, 2.
yeah. Opening the door is an agility point. It's not an action.
Oh, but it's 2 agility points. Since he's only got 2 agility.
Yeah,
Points.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He can't. Does the opening door put you automatically in?
No. Okay. He was here. He
Yeah.
has 2 agility points. 1 agility point to open the door. 2nd agility point to move.
I thought you said it takes 2 agility points to open a door.
No.
No, the window. Moving
The
through
window.
To move through a window takes 2 agility points.
And you can step in the same space with the person as long as
As
you
long
don't.
as you don't.
Friendly,
Yeah.
but you can't land there.
All right.
So that's these 2 and her. I'm pretty. I think attack if possible, right? Because they're actually in line of attack, right?
Yep.
They have
Short
range.
3, 1. Is it?
Yeah, from here to here. That's 1, 2, 3. You know, that's
And this guy
One,
can
two.
shoot through a window. It's line of sight.
He'll get
cover.
cover, but I think that still would be reasonable.
Okay, so but we're not attacking this one.
I mean, one of them has to not be attacked, I guess.
Well, we could be. Oh, wait a minute. There's these 2. These are the only 2 attacking.
Yeah,
this
one
this
can
guy
move,
doesn't have a-
but he can't move and attack. So
Well, from here he can.
He can't occupy the same space. So
No, but can he?
I don't think you can
in
because
line
there's
of
a
sight, he
body.
would be
in-
blocked by. Yeah.
Well, that would be cover, but does he intersect with anybody?
Are we sure about that? I feel like that would be a.
No, a body counts as cover, like a window
right,
does.
right.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter how many sources of cover. Cover is cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so nobody's in his line of sight. That was my question, right? Okay. He doesn't believe it, but he's going to find out. Okay.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, you can look up line of sight and cover it. Will tell you. Okay, in combat. Okay, so this one against this
Yeah.
one and this one against that one.
sounds good to me.
Okay. So who wants to roll?
It mathematically, do you think we'll have better odds if they have their own targets, or should we see about the +2 for having somebody help if they're targeting the same guy? Because it's 2 successes on a die,
They get to roll
versus-
2 die for defense.
And that would be
but it's one. They got one health.
2. Okay. And then basically a
Well, they hat
Same.
and
Okay.
crown. Hat and crown
I'll
are
allow
both. Hat, crown, and then if they have cover, umbrella as well as a dodge.
Gotcha.
And
But he
hat, crown, and
can't-
umbrella.
But he can't attack anybody because
Right. They can move, but not
doesn't
attack.
have-
Yeah.
anybody in line of sight. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's because I don't have range, so I have to be
His
next to
zombies
somebody.
are.
No, but I'm saying this guy can't shoot at that guy, can he?
Well, I mean,
Right.
This guy, this guy technically could because you can draw the line. He goes through the window, goes through the bobby. So this guy could make. But the problem is if both of these guys are attacking him, then it's just the +2.
Yeah, but then
That's
it's
fine.
+2 against one and a regular roll against another,
Right.
as opposed to
Yeah, that's fine.
one
So-
after another. Because
Yeah. So because we can draw.
unless you want this guy to hit him,
No, but you're right. We can draw a line from the beginning, from the middle of here to the middle of here. Go through a window, and that's fine, but it won't go through a wall.
what if we go after this guy first and see what happens?
So him to him.
Yeah, is that?
Okay.
Would we say that is line of sight though?
Well, I think it's not a narrow field.
I think the window is.
it the whole-
the
alright.
side.
Oh, it's
Well, look up line of sight.
It doesn't matter. He's out of range because they've got short range.
Ah, yes.
Okay. So yeah, he
Which
can't.
is 4 though, right?
Right.
Which
1,
would-
2, 3. Oh, okay. I guess it is 4. I'm sorry. 1. Yeah, because it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So it's just within short range. Okay. So yes, and he's got line of sight. As
But I would say we let the guy outside take a shot by himself.
to which one? This one or that? one?
Well, I would say this guy because this, if it's successful and we feel confident, then they can all take one shot at each one of those guys. If we don't feel confident with it, we can do
Okay.
that. These guys,
Okay,
this
yeah.
guy's the same distance from these two guys.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So him against him.
Yeah,
All right.
because nobody else can shoot
Does
this
someone
Right.
me want to roll?
No, go for it. I'll roll
unless
for
we
another
would have
zombie.
left this guy out there.
Yeah.
No, he can't do both.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
have
that
to
is
break.
one hit.
All right.
And I roll with the
2.
blue die, right?
Yeah.
So
Dang it.
that's 2 cover.
Oh,
Or
wait.
two.
Well, that's just a
Two
dodge
dice, yeah.
because
One
this one
dodge.
doesn't have cover.
Yeah, cover doesn't
Yeah.
count, but the dodge is enough to
Okay.
protect
So he
him.
lives, and that's that Bobby done.
And the plus doesn't mean anything to those guys.
Right. Okay. So then
Yeah, I think
is it these two together against him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
I
need
think
to
+2
do
would
the
be
plus
nice.
2. Then.
What's the plus again? Does that just mean it's 2?
These
hits?
two guys are shooting at one guy. There's
So it's the 3 die for the
just
one
needs more
plus
dice
2
for
for
us.
the ally.
so they roll
Oh, you get to
5.
roll another die.
5 instead of 2
It's the
threes.
same if your guys gang up. Same
So
thing
if
instead
I spend this, I
working
get
together.
2 additional
It's the
die?
group attack. No, it's what
It's-
we're
it's-
doing
it's
is the
the
group
rule.
attack.
It's
Uh,
the same.
for the
No,
same
but I'm saying
target.
the plus because he rolled the plus. He said that doesn't matter. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
the plus on the circle.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that mean
yeah.
again?
It
It-
matters
it-
on your character.
If you have, I have an ability that I could activate for an ether that would give me an attack boost. You do as well.
Yeah.
Right. So what does that attack boost I get instead of
It counts
each
as
one
2
of these
successes.
is 2 successes?
If
Okay,
you,
gotcha.
If you spend an ether.
Gotcha.
You spend
Okay.
2 ether.
Right.
ether,
So
yeah.
each,
But for the Bobbies, don't
They
have
don't
that.
have that. Yeah.
Okay. These 2 guys against him.
Yep.
And that is 2 hits.
and I've got cover.
Yes.
So that's 1 miss.
One.
So it's
Yep.
he's dead.
The
Alrighty. We did something.
We did something.
But that was all the allies, right?
Yes, it was.
So then minions.
Thank you.
minions.
I sure like the minions. They're funny because they're yellow.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
they're- Yeah.
Can you speak like a minion?
There's
like
no
that?
escape for this guy. It feels like. So we're just gonna clog up the doorway and stop that one from immediately
Now
going
those
in
people
there.
can attack as well.
They-
As, they've got 2 moves.
Yes, but they can't go through there until they kill him. So it
Well, and
forces
and
a.
these guys have the 3 agility, so
Yeah.
they have 3 moves.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's see. So that's
What does round 8 indicate? Who wins on a stalemate?
Um,
Or what does that trigger?
don't make me look that up right now.
Yeah.
We'll look that up when we come to it.
Gotcha.
All right.
Well,
the inability to do anything other than move
It's like,
yeah.
is.
I'm not even sure we're going to get there with the timing of this.
Let's see if Wilkie Corner.
It's toasty tonight for some
Let's
reason.
do 1, 2. And then what do I have? 3 or just
Well,
3?
your shoe.
You have 3.
What?
It's the
Agility.
green.
2 and then.
It's the green.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Although, I don't know.
Wait, I thought the green
No,
was
no,
the
blue.
melee attack.
Blue
yeah,
is your-
blue is. Blue
Oh,
is
I'm
the,
sorry. It is blue.
Blue is
It
how much?
blue.
Yeah.
They can all move. They have 2 agilities, so they can move 2
Don't
steps.
try to sit down.
Yeah.
And we'll I don't even know what the hell to do here. 1, 2. Might as well get close for whatever reason. 1, 2. And 2. Alrighty.
I said it.
I did not even hear
Don't
you.
try to sit down.
I wasn't
dang.
paying attention.
Oh, dang.
I was like, what's going on? I think you did it on purpose while I was
Almost worked.
focused. While I was focused, he said,
Almost
I was
worked.
worried about that. I literally tried to tell you.
He's gonna get surgery anyways.
Yeah.
Might as well
Right.
get even more.
I think that'll be it for my. Actually, I already moved him, so we'll do 1. Yeah, 1, 2. We'll put him right there.
Okay. So then,
Alright, so she has 2 actions. She's going to do an agility action first, so she gets 3 points. She'll rip this door off of its hinges and
the
destroy
lid
it
off of it.
completely.
With her little dragon arm.
And she can't walk through.
That's right.
but you can go diagonal.
That's
Can
true.
she-
Is that through doors
Wouldn't that-
as well, or
Wouldn't
is
that kind of like affect the door frame though? I feel like through a door you shouldn't be able to.
No,
Good book.
It literally lets you.
Movement.
You're going to question everything we do because
I mean, it was the whole reason I moved it there was like, oh, just try to stop you guys from moving in
no,
there
I
immediately.
understand, but no, unfortunately, I could have clarified that for you.
Figures may never cross impassable lines, walls, or go through closed doors. Blah, blah, blah. Open door, figure must spend 1 agility point while adjacent to the door. When it is done, remove the door from the stage. Once the doors are never placed, move through window. Doesn't say specifically, so I guess not. Just squeezing through the door frame, I guess.
Yeah, that is bizarre, but I'll do it. And so that was 1. That was her first action with the agility, and then she will shoot the zombie.
Or is that like an indication that or it's just I don't know. Anyway, I'm nitpicking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 'cause, yeah, those are. I think it's potential door locations. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
would
a
it
potential
signify
door,
that
but
you
not.
have to go through it into the next? I don't know. Anyway,
It could.
we'll carry on.
You could
It's-
also,
it's
you could
not-
also check online.
it's
if
not
you
clear
want.
enough
Like,
to
they might-
debate
The,
it.
the zombies also get moved diagonally, and
Yeah.
it's the way we played before, and it is the way that when I think I did. I'm pretty sure.
And then
got it.
Squeeze through the
she'll
door
attack.
games.
She's got 5 trigger. So yeah, she'll attack for 5 with 5.
Aggressive. But that's okay. You're gonna roll crap.
Probably.
I'm gonna roll great.
Probably. Yeah.
One
because she has nothing
No.
with crowns.
Well, no, your crown's automatically a successor to either
Oh, because of this. Oh,
because
okay.
you're a gentleman.
Because I'm a gentleman. Okay, cool. And I don't want to. I can't hold ether, so yeah, 3 success.
Buoy,
you don't
which I
have
can't
to roll.
lead, but we'll try anyway.
Miraculous things have happened.
It's okay. He's gonna be reborn and come after you.
No. All right, that's her.
I remember this from the last time. Like all my zombies were wiped out in one foul swoop, and I was like, oh,
Right.
all right then.
What's the next?
Chaos. So I get to activate all 3 of these, except I don't have any ether. So I don't.
How chaotic.
I know. I had hoped somebody in the first 2 moves was going to use some ether or something, but
yeah.
All right, next.
What, do you have a chaos card you want to use or anything?
They all take ether.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
the
not
chaos cards,
necessarily.
but no, they're not. They're not gonna. Oh, well, too late. Too late. I would have absolutely used one.
Okay.
can you use the same action twice?
Yes.
All right, my guy will move 3 toward B. Or diagonal 1, 2, 3, and
And then
he will
again.
use an agility again. He'll move 2.
Cool.
No, yeah. Well, just move 1.
You only have to be adjacent to it.
I'll just move 1, and then one of those he will pick that up.
Gotcha.
What,
And
now
that's
what happens?
A random of both. Right. I
Well,
think it was both.
From the scenario, was that an agility point or an action to use the item cache?
I think it's a.
Oh, it might be action.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Agility. A gentleman may spend 1 agility point while adjacent to pick up an item.
Okay. Nice.
Agility point while adjacent.
And is
That's
it
one-
pick up the top card? Or
Yeah,
is
You
it-
will. Yeah, you'll pick up the top. So you will gain 1 random gear equipment and 1 random common arsenal equipment.
1 gear and 1 common arsenal, and that goes away or that stays there.
No, I believe it doesn't say anything about it going away.
No, it stays.
All right, so common arsenal did not get a ranged weapon.
How many agility points do you have left?
Oh, I have another one. I have one more.
No, go again.
I will go again. I will waste all my time instead of opening that door. Well, should I open the door up?
I mean, that's up to you.
No, I'm going to take a chance, and if I don't have it this time, I'll just be a.
Is there a
Oh,
max?
freaking A!
Is there a, is the bottom the max amount you can take of those, or is it?
You can only have 3 in.
Okay, gotcha.
3 arsenal. You can have as much other thing, equipment,
Gotcha.
but only 3 arsenal.
All right, so 2 melees.
Gotta remember these.
All right, I'm just gonna be like banging things. I'm not gonna waste time.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I am not arranged to fire.
All right, have it. Let's go.
All right. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. Destroy a door. And then he's going to use his Tesla gloves.
Spin 2 and it automatically hits. Is that what you're seeing?
He's going to use
well,
his
suffers knockdown.
ranged.
For an
Oh.
action, you spend 2 ether, and
So
1
it's
adjacent
4.
enemy gets knocked out.
So he's going to do 4, and it has spread, so it'll spread to, it'll affect both of them since one is 1 away.
Okay.
Which means that they spend
You
the
have to
first
spend
action
an ether. Right?
point standing up. But if it's
not
one-
for that,
if it's one of the
I have
zombies,
to
then
spend
we
an
get one
ether
action
if
point,
I
or they
want
get
to
knocked
gain
down,
dice.
then
Oh,
they
okay,
when
gotcha.
they do it.
Which I'm not. I'm just going to do the base of 4. I probably should spend ether, but I'm going to pass on that for this. And
So one
only 1 I should have spent ether.
Where that went? Well, that's already 1 anyway, so
Yeah, you're
doesn't
good.
matter. Oh,
Yeah. I think you have
Watch
to.
it.
I don't think it's a shared roll for the defense. I would think you might need to roll.
You have
for
to
your
roll
other
defense
guy.
for each zombie.
Just in case.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he'll do fine too. It's only 1. But
yeah.
yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
For 1, but yeah.
So then, and don't forget your roll cards and your upgrades and all. Don't forget all the things that you have. And now she's part of. I can't win. Okay. Well, I don't know what was up with her. She was probably
She
most
wants
of the day.
attention.
But then she was whining, kind of barking all off there, and just like, I'm trying to do other things. Okay, so what is there left for me to do? I have an agility of 3. I have a ranged weapon, so I'm kind of fine with that at the moment. I'd like to come kill. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Oh, okay, I could do that. No, I can't because she's there, she's standing there. No, I can do that. 1, 2, 3. Do we want this door opened?
I mean, I would think so.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I'm adjacent to it. Do I have to be adjacent or on it to open it?
I think you have to be like in the square.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, internet clarification. I was just curious about the door thing. In Rise of Moloch, you cannot move diagonally through a door if there's an enemy figure standing directly in front of it, which is fine that it went through this time, but
Okay.
you cannot move through squares containing enemy figures that supplies both orthogonally and diagonal movement. While you can move diagonally in general, it states you cannot move through a closed door. However, on a diagonally, you can attack diagonally through a doorway. You can open the door if you are orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to it and spend agility point. Once the door is open, it is removed. Blah, blah, blah.
So what was the very first thing you said?
The first thing it says is you cannot move diagonally through a door if there is an enemy figure standing directly in front of the door.
Okay, so that is a...
Yeah. But
Okay. So is that how you want to play from round 2 on?
That would probably make sense
I think
for everybody because
yeah,
that's
I
part
think
of
the
the
thing
strategy
is
locking
like it just flipped order though.
Yeah,
Because he got
like I
you.
said, I'm not that
He
worried.
got you, not
I'm
me,
just curious
so-
moving forward though because that is a legitimate strategy to block
Right,
a doorway.
yes.
To,
Yes.
Yeah.
And worse,
like for instance, the damsel. If there's fire, and I want
Right,
to
right.
put like 4
Keep
people
her
in there
trapped
to block
in
her
there.
trap.
Right,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, like
That could
the most that
matter.
would have changed is she would have been there
yeah,
or back.
yeah. It's really not a big deal
Yeah.
there. I'm not, but
His,
Moving forward, it might be a
in
strategy.
round 2, his agents are coming in on
Each
these exits.
Yeah.
One each, I think, right?
yes, they have to be separated.
Okay, so I will go 1, 2, 3.
And that allows us to come out since it's a friendly,
Correct.
Yes,
according to your
yeah. You can
crazy
move through them.
new rules.
You can move through them, your friendlies.
Now
You
I
just can't stop in their spot.
I can spend. It would be giving him ether, but I could spend 2 ether to give any gentleman in line of sight, so any of the 3 of us, an action right now. Do you guys think it's worth giving him the ether for that? Is there anything we want to critically do right this moment?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what. How much ether is he gonna get?
I would have to give him 2 ether, and one of the 3 of us would have another action right now.
Well, since I'm now a melee character, if I start out closer to,
I think the caches are a one-time thing because it says that you. It sounds like you pick up the token.
Oh, okay.
Did it say that? Oh.
Well, it says you pick up the item cache.
Then we can put these away.
Oh.
The player picks up the item cache. So I think that you take the B token or whatever. Is what I'm
Gotcha.
interpreting it as.
Oh, okay, we didn't
Gentlemen
play
may
that.
spend 1 agility point, pick up an atom cache, gaining 1 random gear. Oh.
Uh,
Oh yeah, A and B item caches, and you pick up the cache. So yeah, I guess that would.
So
make
these
I
can
think
go
it's a
back.
one-time thing each. Yeah.
here, we'll just put these back.
It just felt like it might have been too powerful.
Yeah,
to be
Yeah.
able to-
that makes sense.
All right, so is there an alternate thing you want to do with that agility point? To retcon
Open the door.
that? Okay, so if you open the door, then
You just have one more step.
I would have been there.
Still would have had to get out to be able to shoot at anything.
Well, my entire turn could have been, if that door's already open, my entire turn could have just been come here to attack this and the zombie, right?
That's true. That's true.
Alright, we'll do that. So I stand there and I attack
Well, it
that.
kind of makes sense though, because if everybody got 3 massive upgrades, that'd be
Is there like a reference, or is it all rules?
reference for.
Is there anything that has like the characters in it?
No. I mean, not in here.
Not in here.
Okay.
So,
I suppose it kind of makes sense though, because if everybody got 3 massive upgrades, that'd be
Is there like a reference, or is it all rules?
reference for.
Is there anything that has like the characters in it?
no. I mean, not in here.
Not in here.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to choose whether or not to use an attack boost before I do it.
That's-
I was just like, do I use my boost conditionally or do I have to pay for it?
Yeah.
So, nothing's preventing me from using my shotgun at point blank range, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I will just, and there's not like an ammo thing going on.
Right.
Okay. So I will shotgun him right through there. He doesn't have cover. I'm going through an open doorway.
Well, if the person's in that doorway though, yours isn't that covered?
It's diagonal from here to here, and there's nobody
Okay.
in that diagonal. From center square to center square, it doesn't go through the other character. So then, that is
Oh wow.
3 hits.
Well, let me block 2 of them.
3 palpable hits.
Nope, 1 hit or one block. So.
All right. So that was us. So upkeep or wrap up. I don't think there's anything to really do right
Well,
now.
I've got to put these guys out, so we'll put. Let's see. We'll put. Yeah, I think we'll put Tobias over right here.
And then that way we've got two of us on this guy and you 2 over on that guy maybe. But he's the speedy guy in your melee, right?
Yeah.
Fire spreads,
Yes.
and I think our run.
Oh yeah.
Will go up.
Let's
for
go there,
mysterious
and yeah, we'll
reasons.
put the 2 fire in the only 2 places they could go.
Well, I think it could go diagonal. I think you
oh,
have
through the thing.
2 out of 3 spots.
Yeah, let's go diagonal. Why not?
You know, this here or there.
No, we'll put right where he's got it. It's good.
Okay. All right. So then,
So now I get these guys back.
I'm thinking.
I think that. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, you got to think about what, like, this one is going. Like, we got to think about when he's going to put his big guys out and move them, and what's their movement. They're all can move. Oh, just
3.
2 or 3. 3.
3 for both of them.
3 for both
2
of them.
for the zombie.
Yeah, there was something speedy about that guy, though.
Yeah.
I think he may have some.
Well,
Well, he's got the charge.
do
thing,
we
so he
need
can-
to send,
Yeah.
okay, let me ask you this. Do we need to send this to our damsel?
So how would you like to word it?
Well, then that would change to where it's not as big of a deal because of it's either damsel or zombies. And I'm okay. I don't care. We can go the initial order you had. Let's see what Garrett, just start from scratch. Just figure it from scratch. Who is that over there? Oh, that's your nanny.
Nannington.
Oh.
I think the only things that I'm interested in are, I think the one that I have on the bottom, I think ought to go first, and the one that I have on the back, I'd like to go last.
Oh, okay.
And then the other orders, I no preferences.
Okay.
Okay.
Either last or close to last, but I have a strong preference for the ones that go.
We can go in
first.
the order that he has.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Are we?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
And we go first.
I'm just looking up because I don't know. Do you know? Is there a? So if one of my zombies goes in fire, it becomes a flaming zombie. Does that
Fire
do
kills.
anything to them?
Well, it kills them.
No, it doesn't. It says replace them with a flaming zombie.
What?
Oh.
So I don't know if they enter space or something, do they then cast
Oh,
fire?
I think
or-
flaming zombie's probably another card.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Kill
thinking
this
of
minion, place
go
one
ahead
fire
and
token in its square spread fire.
possibly doing
Yeah,
this. It depends on what happens over here, but I'm possibly thinking of doing that just to
So does
I
it
don't
just
know.
become a?
like take two big giant run to
Yeah, I
here
guess they're
Okay.
immune
and
to
then
fire.
do an attack at the end.
Okay.
He doesn't. Does he?
Oh, so I guess
The other
that's.
thing I could do
So I was
is
curious how you would spread fire
run
to
around and
another
fight that
building,
guy.
and I guess that's how because they would become flaming, and then you can kill the minion as an action and place a fire token in its square. This minion cannot be
interesting.
damaged by fire tokens. So
There might also be weapons or something
Right.
like that. Like I wonder if there's like a
okay, so
Molotov
that's
or something.
that'll come out if I get fun. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
And is it? I guess it's a different mini because maybe
It
It is. It's a
yeah.
different minion. It's a whole different thing because they've got 4 attack. I guess
They're
because
more
they're
aggressive.
Fire now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah,
That
They
one
they,
has a-
they care.
and
Well-
melee
well, I
attackers
think
suffer
they
1
do-
damage.
I think they do more damage.
that one
Yeah.
has a punch of 5.
The what?
Yeah. This guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which one is that one? That's
That
what-
is Tobias over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also got the charge ability. So that's why I was thinking maybe your guy needed to go rough him up.
So our minions go first.
Yeah.
The main thing is I didn't want the zombies to go before minions to start killing zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, zombies. So
Okay.
whether they run or fight before they die, no strong preference.
Well, so are we gonna have attempt to kill kind of thing?
Yeah, and this guy can attempt
Shoot
to
through
kill
the
as well.
window.
Oh, but if he kills, the fire's going to get him. Like if we don't move him, the fire's probably going to get him.
That's probably okay.
Can he pick up adjacent?
Yes.
Yeah.
So move, pick up, and then he can't use it this turn because he's used up his actions, but he's at least immune to fire, so fire won't spread
Right.
on him.
Okay. But and it would spread this way, so he we're gonna
It
have
could
to-
spread
Yeah.
that way, so we could
Yeah.
take him back out. We don't need him to be in there.
Right. So he's got 2 agility points. So where do we want that, Bobby? Is he
It's so cozy by the fire.
Is he? Well, if he's here, he has cover, right? From
Yeah.
that direction.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that's
That guy. Well, that guy doesn't have.
They don't have.
No, he's melee.
They don't have
He
range.
can charge, Phil. He can charge.
He can charge.
So-
And technically, if I get some ether, he will have range in,
Is that,
in a way.
oh, that's the box.
If I did chaos, yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Or not chaos.
All right, let me see the rule book.
Which one?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever tells me what to do.
Okay.
What's the one that? Where is it that says what Don? Here's what you do.
So, this guy attacked this guy?
I think so.
And there's no joint defense if they're adjacent, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, just a joint attack.
And then these two could gain up on him.
They could. The one would die in the fire, but that might be.
It's interesting that they're range attacks when they just have a baton.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to throw this baton 4 squares.
8:29 p.m.
Shut up.
Okay, so this is two attack against this is zombie.
Wait.
Okay.
I didn't roll that one.
Oh.
I rolled
Yeah.
these three.
Come on, 2. Yes.
Wait.
Oh, no, it's the hat. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's the hat.
one.
So I had
he
1.
died.
I got all excited. I said, ooh, it's a
Okay,
hit.
so
So
that's,
we're not
that's
doing
this
hits.
guy.
I think a noble sacrifice. I think
So
let him burn in fire.
five against.
Yeah.
Because she has to get out before fire gets to her, right?
Yeah. Or I mean,
Well, fire's not going to get it to her this time.
No, but she needs to move before fire gets here.
Yeah.
But she could. What's her speed?
She has an agility
4.
3.
4. Oh, 4. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, she can get out the door before she needs to, I guess.
So these two gain up on him.
I think so. I mean, the one's going to die, but that's okay. I think they'll take a zombie with them.
So you've got cover on this zombie. That is 2.
Bummer.
You've got cover.
Come on. Hats and crowns. Hats and crowns. Damn it.
Indeed.
I think you're rolling better last time.
I was. Last time, those were like
They were, like,
unbeatable.
defensive,
Yeah,
yeah.
So that-
they were
That's
surviving a lot.
all the body, so he's
Yeah.
probably going to be burned.
Unless Leonard forgets to kill him.
Right.
Maybe he'll spare him.
But
Maybe.
He has a family.
so
Maybe.
so she opens door for 1, right?
Sounds good.
And then
Well, is that guy got ranged, and how far is it?
no.
He does have range. He
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
does.
he is.
And it's unlimited.
Yeah, she. I don't. She may not need to move this turn.
Well, no, she can get where he can't. Maybe.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I've got 3 agility, so. Never mind. What am I talking? Do what you want! Do what you
Well,
want.
3 does 1, 2. So
Yeah.
as long as she's over here,
well,
It does
three
1,
does
2,
1, 2,
3.
3.
Yeah. 3 does 3. And,
what 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he could go.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
I think.
What 1, 2, 3. No.
Okay. Yeah, she can duck back there.
Yeah, because then he can't get around this corner with that agility, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's got some sort of special chaosy thing. But we're not. If we don't give him ether to battle for his powers, I don't know what his chaos cards do.
Right.
Also,
I know what my chaos cards do.
What does that just gives him greater ability to attack? But what's this say?
If they're the same, just opposite. So if Tobias is dead, then Emerson gains 1 action. If Emerson's dead, Tobias gains 1 action.
But that stuff at the bottom, you have to commit before you do it, right?
I would think, yeah.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to spend their ether.
On the attack or on the action?
It's but this one is bonus. So this is attack boost. So I would imagine beforehand
Yeah.
bonus, which is when Tobias is damaged, spawn 2 shambling zombies adjacent to him. So
you have to
that
spend
would be
2
after if I decided I wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so she's got 3 left. 1, 2, 3, and then my hope is that with 3 agility,
Yeah,
he
she should
could
be
go
safe.
1, 2, 3, but not have line of sight.
Yeah.
I'm saying over here 1, 2, 3, and not have line of sight. Okay.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
The zombies.
Not that there's a lot.
I didn't think he would do his minions first. Try to take out our bodies
Right,
with
right.
the zombies right next to him.
Right.
By the way, This was my recommendation, and he was overruling me, and then.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go right there and block the doorway.
Okay, fair.
And then
Yeah, I'm glad you actually looked up that clarification, because,
I'll move her right.
Hello.
well, also the clarification on the item cache, because we were playing all kinds of wrong last time.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's about it. That's
You didn't do anything on those?
no, I don't think they're. Oh well, I guess I'd still remain some cover this way. I'll do that. But the other one, I think we'll just leave him where he's at.
All right.
All right, I have a couple of options here. And let's just go regardless of spaces, because certain things.
Sure.
I can move to here, and because these guys are adjacent, it would cost me an ether. If you don't want me to use ether, I could take out both of those guys.
Stingy motherfuckers.
I could come around and try to get in the way of this guy, or I could come down here. This is her. I could come over here and take this guy out, or any variation therewith of.
Yeah.
I think we need shit to do on our side of the board, so if you leave her to us, and if the two.
This guy's not on that side, your side of the board.
Yeah, but he's got charge, so if, I'd be more interested in like the two heroes over here dealing with this side of the map.
Okay. I mean, if you want. I mean, if he attacks me, do I have any retaliation?
Yours is a charge, right? Yours is.
You don't have the lightning.
I think mine is the other lightning.
I have a charge.
Gotcha.
He can charge, you can charge.
What's his health?
Mine
12?
is 12.
What are your powers? Read out your powers.
I can activate up to 2 minions. I can
Not
draw 1 chaos card. I can make the following attack on a gentleman.
Okay, so if we give him any ether, and he can use up to one
He
power
can-
per
he can
activation
activate a minion.
and
Okay.
attack her.
Right.
And she's got a total of 3 health.
Well, why don't I go take those zombies off the board, and then I'm in cover. Ish,
Okay. Yeah.
because you can only charge if there's somebody in line of sight, right?
I think so.
Like, you
I
can't
think,
just-
I think it's. I'm looking it up right
Yeah,
now.
how
I
does
think,
charge
I think
work?
I think the charge was that you'd have to be able to attack after.
Oh.
Well, you have to.
I think is what it said.
You have to have line of sight, and then
The
move-
figure may spend 1 ether to make a charge special action. Target a figure in line of sight that the charging figure may reach using agility points. Then move adjacent to that figure and make a free melee against them. The player may not charge the figure if they begin their activation next to them, which I don't know why you would. You would just.
So basically, you still have to make the same distance. It's not a distance thing. It's you just get to hit more.
You get to do a.
Yeah, it doesn't-
You're gonna do move attack.
What
one-
it does
for
is
one
it,
action.
it just saves me an action point, essentially. I
Yeah.
pay an ether point to save an action point because then I can do 2 things in one.
No,
I don't think it does anything more than
well,
that.
he's got charge as well, so he's also.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what I can do
Yeah,
with charge.
yeah. It's just if you give him that one.
Yeah, I'm not
for the
worried
one-
about that. I just need to understand the rule.
Okay.
So if I am standing where, like if I'm here, and I have 3 steps, 1, 2, 3,
And then melee attack. That's your.
and
charge.
then it's charge is 3 attacks.
No.
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 You just
You
you
move.
You
All right,
move.
hold on, one at a time, please.
A charge is literally just you get to move and attack all in 1 action point.
Okay.
Whereas normally you would have to get to them if it's melee
Yeah.
and then attack. So
All right,
this
gotcha.
this just eliminates
So,
wasting an action.
but it's the same number of agility distance.
right. Everything's the same. You just get to do both in
Okay.
1 turn. or one action.
All right, now I got it.
But you can't start the charge unless they're in line of sight, so you can't start the charge from here.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I know. I just need to understand the rules.
Okay. They're fine. Okay.
But we don't want me to spend a.
Can I see the rules?
The problem is that this zombie can melee attack for 3. If he rolls 3 hits and she rolls no defense, this one zombie could one shot her.
Yeah, I know. But you said your 2 guys are gonna go after her. Yeah.
And clarifying why we don't want to spend ether.
Yeah.
Because if we spend even 1 point of ether,
Yeah.
you can activate the power card, which lets this zombie attack her.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3.
From here, you can just do 1 to get diagonal out there, right?
That's what I did. 1, 2. It's the same. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the same.
Okay, sorry.
But it wasn't my way, Mike. Or Don.
Yeah, I got you.
No, I'm sorry.
See the other
Oh
one.
yeah, sorry.
I hadn't counted that it was the same.
For authorized readers only.
Amazing.
I don't think you're supposed to read the
Oh,
me
yeah,
either.
yeah,
The
yeah.
answers and
They
questions
can't
because it
I
gives
don't
you
have a
ideas
way
of
to
what
get
you're
an
getting.
extra
in the
step.
future.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and spin this guy because no, I'm not.
What's your furious charge?
Possibly clarify for me. I'm trying to find out what happens
What?
if there's.
Well, I gained +2
Oh,
with
yeah,
using
yeah,
this,
what-
but you said that cost a.
Ether.
Well, is it just a
to
loss
do.
all
Right,
around?
yeah.
Because nobody
And this
completed
costs an ether
either.
to do.
Right.
Right.
This gives
Like,
me an
I'm not
attack,
knowing answers,
but I'm not in a
the
place to
gentleman-
attack because I'm
Right.
not.
This is when
next
all
to him.
bodies neutral.
Right.
You got to be adjacent for the melee, so I
Yeah.
can move 2 steps and attack one of those guys.
What if you ignore me? Right? You were here, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, and then do a charge attack against him. You would spin the
I
ether.
can't. Well, I can do 3 and then attack once.
Oh, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then if you take him out, then we're not.
That's what I said
They-
early.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you guys were both kind of
I'm
like,
not-
well, we
I
like
would
to
imagine
save this
it's
side
just a
of the
loss all
board.
around.
No,
Neither-
you're right, but I think
goal.
you,
But I
think
could
you're right.
like go here and
Yeah,
spin this
that's
card and
weird.
attack that guy.
Because it doesn't.
I think it's
it doesn't
better
give
for
a
you.
loss
Do you think it's better for
condition.
you to take
It
him
just
out?
gives a
Because-
win condition.
Because
so I would
then you
imagine
can spend ether
if
later
you
in
time
the
out,
round
then
without
it's an
worrying
all
about
around
this.
loss.
Because
for
all he
everybody.
can do
Right.
now is move this guy forward.
Correct.
So that's kind
Right,
of what I
right
was
now,
thinking.
just
none
like
of
to
us
know
can
that.
spend.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
So I was thinking 1, 2, 3 and attack.
I think you're right. Sorry.
That then I have something to do.
Exactly.
And
then
my
that-
guy attacks with 5 die. Because I have 3. This guy is an attack boost. All melee attacks, including other weapons, gain +1, and my natural bonus is +1.
Nice.
So I roll with 5 die
Cool.
against that zombie.
Thank you.
And it's 2.
All right.
He doesn't get a bonus. No, this doesn't do anything.
Right, but he's got no cover.
I truly hope I go down.
Uh
Yes.
oh.
Chaos card. When agent or minion would be neutralized, make 1 attack action with them. This attack gains 3 extra die. I'm attacking her.
Dang.
So I will get 6 die.
Wow.
And I'm attacking her. Thank you.
Wow.
Whose idea was this?
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.
And then do I, for the attack, is it anything else? Or on attack crowns also. So
That's for gentlemen, not for.
nope, that's for Nemesis. That's under mine.
Oh yeah.
So 4 hits,
Yeah,
and
is it-
she's
and
got
that's not
0
just-
defense, so
that's-
she's dead from a zombie. Game over.
No, she's got 4 defense. 4 agility. That's her.
I thought. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not the green. That's the punch. Yeah.
It's still very
4
well
hits.
could be
4
game
hits
over.
from a measly zombie.
Could be game over.
I didn't know he had that chaos card.
You guys were discussing. I was like, please. I was purposely. I was like, they're gonna think
Right.
that I just want to use that, but really, I want them to take it out.
Okay, it's 1.
So 3 damage, 1 to go. Oh well, no, 3. She's dead.
Yep.
So I won.
Round 2. Who's on?
Your agents didn't
chaos
do
card.
anything.
No, they just.
Your
fine.
agents didn't do anything. Or your.
I was checking too because it doesn't say
Oh my god.
return attack. It just says a attack action.
Yeah.
So
it's
I was
not a
like,
counter
I was
attack.
reading it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, do I have this right? Do I have this right?
It's like you attack me. All right. I'll
Yeah.
counter.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Wow.
Let me see that rule book. We'll work on that.
Wow. I feel like we could play another scenario.
I know.
Wait. No, there's got to be a way.
There's the win condition right there.
Wow.
It's the.
It's over.
Which one would it have been?
the
one
zombie
where
did
the
it.
Damsel
Yeah.
gets murdered.
Yeah.
Is that the
Eliminate the
one you
damsel. If the
talking
damsel is
about?
neutralized, the nemesis wins.
That's crazy.
I mean, that should not have happened.
No.
6 die for a zombie against her is ridiculous. But
Let me see that chaos
that
card.
worked.
Amazing.
Yep, do it. Read it. I read it like 4 times. I was like,
Oh,
do
I'm
I-
sure you did.
do I have this vernacular right?
Okay. When an agent or minion would be
This segment.
neutralized, but what'd you roll on your defense? Didn't
I rolled only 1. That's why I even said I really hope I lose.
You
Nope.
rolled a
Nope.
hat and
He
an umbrella.
was
You
neutralized.
rolled a hat and
With
an
no
umbrella,
cover.
And no, he had cover
He
because
did not.
because she was in the way. She was in the way.
1 chaos. It really is chaos.
Yeah.
That 1 card.
Apparently, the game doesn't automatically end at the 8th round. It depends on the scenario.
Oh.
So in this case,
Oh, so you just
there might be trigger. Well,
You just
in
keep
this case,
going
there
until
are
it's
no
over?
triggers.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay.
even need to technically advance it.
Well, the trigger was his guys coming on round 2.
Exactly,
That was it.
exactly.
well,
But,
not that we needed that to remind us.
Right.
That's. I was just sitting here
Yeah,
like,
jeez.
oh my god, it's gonna happen. It's gonna. They're talking about it.
Okay,
Well played.
so campaign wise,
Do we suck?
Yeah.
I mean,
Campaign-wise.
there's really no way you could have accounted for that kind of malarkey.
Chaos.
no, I can't even.
I almost,
No,
for a
it's
second,
crazy.
when you guys were
None
talking
of the
about it,
Bobbies died.
when you guys were talking about it, for a hot second, I almost said, "Please do," but I was like, "Keep your mouth shut. Keep your
Yeah.
mouth shut.
Yeah,
Don't give
yeah,
any
yeah.
clues. Let them do it. Let them do it. They'll do it on their own.
Right.
They're worried about her. They're gonna come."
Okay,
Your
here's the,
field of dreams over there.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Dang it.
okay, we've got to do the question and answer survey.
I
Okay.
don't want to.
I do want to do that. God, a little part of me just wants to be like, let's carry on, but no, I won. I did that shit in
Yeah.
round 2.
Yeah, you did. Objective complete.
Well,
they didn't have to do anything.
Nothing. They never even went.
they came in
They showed up and said, wait,
watch
what?
a random zombie
Yeah.
accidentally
Yeah.
kill
That's that
the
Travolta
damsel.
meme where he shows up, he's like, what?
Right.
What?
Here's the problem. No, okay. Here's what happens. Here's what actually happens. The scenario continues just long enough for this guy to come over here and kill this zombie because and probably kill this zombie as well, and have him kill that zombie and that zombie for
Why-
good measure.
Why is he killing his own
He's
zombies?
just.
So
You're a terrible sore loser.
no. This
You're not
is
even good at being a
no.
sore
No.
loser.
This is why. This is why his agents are going to kill all the zombies, because they all witnessed this. They were all within line of sight. Is because it cannot get back to Moloch that the agents were fucking useless and unnecessary, and therefore to be unemployed.
He was a hell of a zombie over there. I couldn't be more proud.
I couldn't be more proud. Words that zombies alone are all he needs. Then he's going to stop paying for these agents.
He's like, imagine if I give them the ability to do 2 actions.
Okay, so here's the question. Here's the survey.
Hold on a second. Actually, I do have a question here.
You think
How is the crown a
It
defense?
says- It's not a defense.
it's an attack?
It was an attack.
Oh, it was an attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's defense on the zombies. But for the
it's
attack, it's
always
generic,
an
yeah,
attack. It's always a success.
it's always
For
a
us, we
success.
can do two ether instead of a success. For the nemesis, crown's just always another one of these.
Yeah.
Okay, and none of us had any special thing that we could do, right?
I mean,
2
all of
hours
it
of
lined up
setup.
perfectly. I got 4 hits, and you guys with
2
4
hours
dice
of
one
setup
defense.
and teach,
Yeah,
and you ruined it.
Hey, I didn't ruin it. I made sure we finished the
All right.
game in the allotted
I'm
time.
just
One
gonna.
and
I'm
not
basically
even a
just
half
gonna call
round.
you Andrew Jr.
Yeah, but in this game, it's totally the point and worth it.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was helping his team though.
Yeah.
Versus
Okay,
Andrew.
okay,
Yeah.
More chaotic.
All right, let's get this officially done with. So, this chapter. So, campaign questions. Did the gentleman win?
No.
No.
Also, I'm gonna protest this in the future. He's not allowed to roll the dice for the minions constantly.
he was offering earlier.
Let's
He was
just-
offering earlier.
Let's just see what.
Defense.
Well, just 2 defense.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Which would
have kept her alive just enough.
I didn't roll for the zombie. I rolled.
No,
For-
he rolled the
for
defense,
minions.
Yeah.
You rolled all the minions.
Allies.
Admittedly,
I rolled the
it is like
Allies,
I was
I
like,
mean.
oh, I really wanted to see how it goes, but I'm
No.
super pleased with
No,
it.
that's,
Are we going to finish the survey?
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
it.
sure, whatever.
Starting over again. Let's do the survey in one take. How's that?
All right.
Did the gentleman win?
No.
No. Okay. Did the nemesis win?
Hell yeah!
The nemesis obtains a random Moloch stone card. So,
Moloch Stone.
so
I think that's in your. Is there something over there?
Oh, Moloch Stone. Oh, it's here.
okay.
Random.
Yeah.
Pick one of your choice.
All right.
You don't tell us what it is. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Were all bobbies neutralized?
0 bodies
No.
were neutralized.
As a show of gratitude, gentlemen gain 1 random expert arsenal equipment card. So draw an expert arsenal equipment card.
All.
Expert.
No, just 1, and then
Oh,
There wasn't enough time to neutralize them.
Right.
and we'll figure it out
Okay.
which of the 4 characters gets it.
It's extra. I think.
Okay. Were Tobias or Emerson neutralized?
Who are they?
I've never even seen them.
Yeah.
Were
Strangers.
they-
No.
No.
Okay.
There's no bonus for that?
We would
Well,
have
we-
had
we
if
would have
had
gotten
it. Oh,
neutralized
gotcha.
one of them, yeah.
Okay, and then that's it for an unhappy hour. Which was
That's how the cookie. I was super happy for me.
It was very much an unhappy.
What time is it?
It is 8:52.
It's too late to start another one.
It is. That's true.
Yeah.
But we'll.
Like-
Well, I don't know. I mean,
we.
I might get it done in the second round.
Right.
No. But now we will read the rules for intermission,
Okay.
which is the level up. So where's the rule? Here's the rule book.
Jeez.
Can we start putting away the minis?
Yeah.
As part of
I'm just
cleanup?
gonna go ahead and
Yeah, you need to promote that zombie to a minion
swap
now.
this out here real quick. Let me just.
Dang it!
There we go. That looks real good right there.
Yeah. We'll take your picture in front of the box.
Yeah.
So
I'll take my golden peanut.
Don will take your picture in front of the lid of the box.
Golden
Wait,
peanut.
well, do you want it with all the game out, or do you want it with just? Yeah, get the box.
Yeah.
Get the lid. Get the
Oh wait,
box. in.
I've got the bottom. Never mind.
Okay.
Hold on. Slow. It's old man right in the camera. All right, you got it. And
Round
1, 2, 3, 4. Just kidding.
Round 2, zombie. Come on.
The only attack I had the entire game.
All right,
Yeah.
The only attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's yeah.
Shoot him again.
Okay. The intermission board represents the various locations around London that the gentleman can visit to gain aid in their fight. Okay. So I'm going to spend their time stocking up the Nemesis plots and plans growing in power. Prepare the intermission board by following these steps in order. Draw and place 2 random gear cards face up on each of the 3 slots on Hardy's Bazaar. So I'll wait for Don to be.
Oh, you can go ahead.
No, I'm going to need assistance.
Oh,
I need hands as I read this.
What cards do you need?
Okay. 2 random gear cards face up on each of the 3 slots of Hardy's Bazaar.
And how many slots are those?
Um, on each of the 3 slots. So there's 3 Hardy's Bazaar. What is Hardy's Bazaar?
I don't know, but there's 6.
my math may be off on that, but I don't understand what the whole thing is at all.
Is this not what I think it is?
I don't think it is.
Oh, it might be. Is it? Am I looking for the other side of one of these boards? There we go.
Are there like, there's 3 slots. Are there?
3 slots. Oh no, that's a divot for that to fit in. And I think the other ones because they sit lower in that tray.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so there we go.
No, I think it goes on top.
Like that. Oh, the other way.
Yeah, because that's deeper, so that's why that resets
Okay.
there. So it.
So what?
Yeah,
So
there you go.
Okay.
2 gear face ups. We'll. I guess we'll have to get the board out of the way so we can get this in the center. I guess we'll.
Yeah, why don't we?
We'll wait.
Yeah, let's.
I got it.
Do we need to keep our chosen upgrades,
Yes.
or at least like make note of them or something?
Well, yeah. Just keep your characters.
All right, what do we want to do about this guy?
At the
Just
moment.
take a picture of it separate, or
Okay.
this ether
Keep.
pipe that we?
Just keep all of your character
It's
stuff.
not mine. It's the what we got. So somebody has to get it. But
Oh,
does anybody run
true.
off ether?
She gets bonus actions and stuff with ether.
Oh, at the start of your activation. So who wants to gain an ether at the start of every activation? That's the question.
She gets a lot of bonus activations, so I think she'd be a good one.
Okay. Go ahead and take
She,
it.
she already
It's
has one
just-
bonus, and then her upgrades give her other bonus activations. So yeah, that would be good.
All right. So yeah, we'll clear that out of the way, and then we'll do intermission before we put our characters away. So we'll keep our characters out as they are with all of our stuff that we have for them.
All right, where's the bag that had the cardboard? There was a token
I
bag,
think this was cardboard bag.
and then there were 2 different bags. One that just had this was all these little.
All the cardboard shits were in one bag. All the chip goes into the bag.
And then there was another bag that was smaller that had the
Yeah, right
No,
there.
that's the standees. There was one more. Yep. I think it was this one.
For the dice? No, for the something.
What was the dyad?
I don't know.
What do I need to keep in place for now? Do these carry over?
I don't know yet. So just keep this like this.
Okay.
And these guys know. These
Yeah,
guys are
the ether is fine.
like,
I mean, we could conceivably put all the cardboard in here, including
well, I thought all the cards
Doors.
was in here.
Here's some more.
well, the
cardboard
doors
for you.
and the other stuff was in a separate one. But
Oh, okay.
but I'm okay with putting it all in one
Okay.
because
Here's
I mean the problem with it going that fast, I don't know how to play this game. I have no idea how to
Don't
play
let-
this game.
Don't let Leonard draw cards that he can use to his advantage.
I mean, I don't know what to do. Is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't care about what he does. I just figured out move.
I mean, things started going south apparently when he drew the best possible cards and used them in the best possible way.
I know. That's
I-
like a
I-
masterful.
I heard at least one
Yes,
shit.
I heard it too.
Okay.
Yep, I got you.
yeah. I don't think you could. I don't think I could have planned that better.
Well,
the fact that you guys moved for that extra space to avoid
Yeah.
my
she was
my
hiding
other guy,
from range.
and then yeah,
well, and see, the thing is, I still stand behind that decision because
Yeah.
we needed to get. We
Yeah, no,
needed,
absolutely.
We needed to get her and our guys joined up so that we
Right.
could
They could
escort.
defend.
if I was in your all's boat, I would have done the same. There's no way you could have accounted for that card happening to be there, right there, and then that I would roll the way I did, and he would roll the way you did.
Right.
I mean, everything lined up.
Well, and the thing was, is like we were basically mitigating me not having anything to do.
Right. Right.
And the thing is like, if I would have played it slightly different,
Well, even
I
but
could have
even-
tried to take out both of those guys, but
see. I would have, and I would have argued the same way because
but
I
then that
wasn't-
would have been the same thing because it was right up. Yeah.
Because the thing was, is I wasn't trying to send you over there because to give you something to do. I sent you over there because I literally thought the most important thing to do was to kill that zombie
Right,
before
right.
we gave him one ether.
Yeah.
You know, it was like it was hampering us. It became
Right.
apparent that it was
Yeah.
hampering us that we didn't dare spend an ether.
Yeah,
Right.
and that was the other.
And so it was like
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
that zombie,
and-
we
yeah.
can spend.
And that was the
ether.
other thing that lined up is having that to
Yeah.
to force you to think about.
And
that.
here is the thing.
It's like no matter what, I was
Without
going to do
killing.
something to attack. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, like if I would have not killed you,
right. Yeah, that's why I said I really
like
hope I
if it
go
would have been
down.
my natural attack.
I meant it
Yeah,
because I was
that's
like,
crazy.
please
If
don't.
it was
roll
my
out.
natural attack, I wouldn't have won. But I
Yeah.
have like those extra. The thing that's crazy though is that's got to be the only card that does that.
Well, I mean, I could go through and see.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like-
got to be a.
Like it's the one card that allows you to like attack after.
Because there's a lot of them that are.
We're gonna
like
start
this one.
questioning
There was one that said agents
board
gain
position.
an extra turn or whatever, and I was like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay, so to do our intermission, which is basically our how we're going to upgrade thing or do stuff before. So we've got our characters that have their shit present.
Now, does the stuff that you
Yes.
got stay with you?
Not
Since-
the roll cards do not need to stay.
No, but I mean, like the things that I picked up, does it stay with me?
I don't know yet. So
Okay.
keep it at the moment. So
Well, it would
yeah.
theoretically
keep
make.
your roll card with you. Just keep everything with your character at the
Yeah,
moment.
got you.
All right.
I got halfway through that and I didn't see anything that gave a zombie anywhere near as much power as 3 additional die.
Yeah,
Okay.
after the
Okay.
death.
So we
Yeah.
we drew and placed 2 random gear cards face up on each of the 3 slots of Hardy's Bazaar. Yes, that's that. Okay. Now draw and place 3 random common arsenal cards face up on Wilkinson's arsenal.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. How many?
3. So one in each of those slots.
Of
the
only the
common
commons. Yeah, gotcha.
Draw and place 3 random artifact cards face up in the shadow market.
Shadow market.
Artifact.
Cool.
Okay. Place each jobs upgrade deck in its slot on the Club Unicorn. There's the green.
Green. And then blue is out.
Here it is.
But we're not playing that character.
Actually, blue is in. It's yellow. That's out.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Once the intermission board has been set up, the gentleman will take turns visiting locations to gather equipment and aid, starting with the leader and going in clockwise, so me and then going clockwise. Each of the player places their figure on one of the empty... Where are our figures?
They're put away.
Where's the?
We can
just
use the cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's you.
So we don't put locations out.
Okay. Each of them, okay, starting with me, jumping clockwise. One of the empty spaces of the intermission board, indicated by the top hat. So we go to one of these
Oh,
spaces.
we missed putting random
3
locations.
locations. Okay.
Step 3, draw and place 3 random. 4 location cards face up. No,
Oh.
step 4.
Step 4.
Oh, okay, I did.
Face up in the slots in the middle of the intermission board.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, we'll read what those. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around. We go to one of those spaces. So if you go here, you just take one of these stacks. Go over here, take one of those. Go over here, take one of those. If you go to the Club Unicorn, you're going to select one upgrade card from your respective job. A gentleman may only have 3 upgrade cards at any time. If they would gain a 4th, they instead replace an existing. Location cards. Each location card revealed will list the specific benefits of visiting that location. The gentleman must visit a location during intermission. They cannot choose to simply sit out. Must visit a location during intermission. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want
But
any
there's
upgrades,
only-
guys. I'm sitting this one out.
There's only 3 locations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how could you visit a location if you're?
Are they saying
These are
location or
loca-
these are locations?
Oh, yeah,
because
those.
there's
Okay.
There's one that would negate a chaos card. We might need that. We might need that.
that would have been huge for you.
Okay. Once the gentlemen have finished their intermission steps, the nemesis will select and choose one additional nemesis power, gaining that power for the remainder of the campaign. If the nemesis already has 6 powers, they may exchange any current power for a new one. Each location on the intermission board lists a number of conspiracy points. So 1 and 3, and each of those, I guess, were 1. Each time a gentleman visits a location, the nemesis receives the number of conspiracy points listed,
Oh, okay.
which they're going to track with this little thing here.
Gotcha. So it's 3 versus 1 for everything
Yeah,
else.
okay. Then, listed at this during the setup for the next chapter, the nemesis may use those points for those benefits at the setup of the next chapter. So whatever we do, he's just going to have to maybe take a picture of and know that for chapter 2.
Yeah, we've got extra.
So he'll get at
points or
least
something.
4 points.
Right.
Because
Right.
we have to choose something, right?
Right. When he does his thing, each of his benefits may be selected 2 times, except for the gain to reserve ether benefits, which may be selected multiple times. So that he can do this basically as many times as he wants.
Okay.
But each of these can only be done a max of twice each.
You can boost your
Some
zombies
agents,
Yeah.
several times.
Some agents have more than one figure. The benefits must be assigned to a specific figure, and only them use it. So when this says an agent, it's one of yours.
Right, you sign it to
a
an
specific, yeah.
Same with this, the minions, 1 minion type.
And those benefits only last for that chapter. It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't last beyond that chapter. Okay.
So for the ether, it's true that if you don't use it, you lose it.
Hey, when you're done, I'll take that.
Okay.
Read what you said.
Prepare for mission. Once the gentlemen have each visited the location, they will prepare for the next chapter. Players may change characters before a new chapter. Whenever a job is used for the first time on the campaign, they get 1 upgrade. So we all start with an upgrade. Players need to keep track of the upgrades of the job not being used in the current chapter, since it can be used in future chapters. So if we were to change out characters. Okay. Remove all damage tokens and torment cards, and replenish gentleman's ether to max. All equipment the gentlemen have acquired thus far in the campaign is collectively known as the Gentleman's Armory. Before the next chapter, the gentlemen may take and distribute any equipment they have collected among themselves.
Oh, okay.
Assign,
so that's why I said, yeah.
assign a leader, then the other
Cool it and
roles.
then go through it.
Yeah.
Assign a leader, then the other roles. Once this is done, the intermission phase ends and the next chapter begins. Continue playing the chapters and intermissions one after another in order until. So,
Well, there's a ranged option.
so including even like my shotgun and whiskey I started with, they just are going to go into our general supply.
Gotcha.
Roles. So roles can go back to the box because we'll refigure out roles every time we start a new chapter.
Gotcha.
Upgrades you have unlocked remain with you.
Okay.
And then any equipment of any type that is a card will just go into a general supply that we'll distribute amongst ourselves as we see fit next chapter. Okay.
And so for me, I will keep track of the points because then at the start of the next one, I would
Assign.
I
Yeah.
keep this because that's carryover, right?
Right.
Is this meant as a nemesis power, or is this something else?
You're allowed to hold 6 total power. So if you ever have more than that, you have to discard down to 6.
But I'm saying, is this counted as one of these 6?
Is that a power?
I don't know. It's the Moloch stone equipment that I got for.
Oh, it's equipment?
Yeah,
I wonder if
it
there's a
says
way
equipment,
to-
so I don't know if.
I wonder if you have to assign it to one of your guys or something kind of like.
It-
I mean, we have arsenal spaces.
Well,
I don't
we
know.
have equipment. So that might be
that's
an
true.
agent thing. You might have to give that to an agent.
Okay, well we can always clarify, but I'll hold on to that.
But it doesn't count as one of your 6 powers.
Right. Okay.
Is it phrased as something along the lines of like a hunting rifle or a shield, where it would be like
It's an attack
obvious
boost.
that's,
I
So
mean, you'd
that's
say
gonna be an agent.
So yeah, it says you may suffer 1 damage if you do this attack gains.
All right. This.
So you're gonna choose one of at the start of any chapter.
Yeah,
You're going to equip one of your agents with that.
got it.
Okay. But right now you get to look at your powers and you get to select
okay.
one more power.
1 more power.
While we're doing our thing.
Are
you get to
these
select one more
okay?
power.
And does my
Arcanist and Diliante and Knight. What are those?
Arcanist has to be. So she's a Diliant.
Okay. And then I'm a monster.
Are you
What's
the
your-
Arcanist?
He's
Oh,
a knight. So
Okay, so Arcanist must be the.
this one
yeah.
this one is useless because we
Right,
don't
okay.
have that character
Ah, bummer.
unless somebody chooses that character next time.
And it's pronounced dilettante.
Dilettante. Okay.
And I
And then this one instead just becomes another expert arsenal thing,
gotcha.
Yeah.
and it's 1 point for that. So,
Okay.
so we are picking one thing out of this. Is that
We
what?
each pick
yeah.
one thing.
It's not you get to because you said something about going to different locations.
we all go to different ones.
We all have to go to a separate top hat.
Yeah.
There are 2 top hats that can go here. And when you go here,
Okay.
you get all of it. You get all of the column of your choice. But again, it's just going to the general supply because we will redistribute equipment at the start of the next chapter. We each just choose one thing to do.
One of the empty spaces indicated by the top hat slots.
So we don't even need to put it bigger. We
Select
just
one of
make
the
sure that we're not picking the same things.
Pair cards. One piece of equipment available at that.
What is the? Oh, here's a hunting rifle. You wanted range, right?
Well, it would be nice to have range.
Okay.
I think we'll go with that one.
So, if I continue to keep my shotgun, you might want to choose.
Yeah, what's
for
your shotgun do?
It's +1, but you can also be powered to do plus additional one.
So
with a
they're
knockdown.
basically the same.
Yeah-ish.
The other one gets an extra.
Would my unused chaos card get
extra
carried over?
damage.
It's roll +1. This is better than this one because this one you get to roll for 1 ether. You get to roll an additional extra die, and every time you get a hit plus, you roll another attack die. So you could just keep on changing more attacks. So the hunting rifle is better than the shotgun.
All right. So if you go to the club, you can up the even though it gives him 3 points, you get to select which one you want.
Yes.
Okay.
You probably want those upgrades.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Cool,
starts
yeah.
with me
Yeah.
and then goes clockwise. So I will. What's this one do? And I guess it's meant to like we don't table captain this. I would make a choice and then Eric's character. Man, we suck at stopping the rise of Moloch.
Right. And we can't even pick that one because we don't have the Arcanist on our team.
And I won't even read it.
All right. Was there a nemesis power that you already picked? Is that what
He's picked.
I just picked another dark guidance.
I don't think I want to give him a whole lot of currency right now. So
I mean, this is strong.
this?
Yeah. That's an extra attack and
No, this is not. It's a reroll.
Yeah.
After re-roll any number of dice. This
Oh.
is just a reroll.
so that's a reroll and an extra attack, a free
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. These are, but these are all one time.
Yeah.
So these are one time free attacks that actually, give you some range. So if you don't already have a range
Yeah.
weapon,
Right.
but this one's nice because it spreads to adjacent squares. So that's for taking a whole group of zombies. That can be really good.
Except you'll turn me into flaming zombie who attack damsels.
Right. Yeah. Don't attack zombies anymore. That's what I've learned. Just let them do their thing.
Oh, and this
Generally, if you just
basically
let 'em
gains
meander
cover
on
at
the
all
fields
times.
and don't draw attention.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
And you get a spin a thing and re-roll defense dice.
Yeah. I'll look at my upgrades just to see if it's worth it. But I don't. Can you handle
Yeah.
that?
And that's nice too. These are general gear, and that's expert.
Those should be common.
Common.
Though it's common.
I think was this the expert? Yeah, this is the expert.
And so, so there are no, just that one is an expert. Draw 4 random gear equipment cards. Oh, gear, not, these were gear. That's what you said?
Yes.
No, this is common arsenal equipment.
Oh, okay.
These are gear.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So this is worth 4 random gear. It just is a trade it and get
Right.
for whatever random things you get,
Yeah.
which is
Like 4 of those. Yeah.
that might be worth it to take the risk.
I'm going to upgrade. It gives him 3 points.
Oof. I'll take this.
Well, it
No,
just goes
three-
in the pile.
Well, yeah.
3
And I'll take this
points.
to.
I don't.
And what did you do?
One.
Or give to the
Oh,
pile.
okay.
1 point?
Yeah.
Then I might pull the 3 gear because then it just gives us or 4 gear.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'm going to buy this for 1. So that was
And what'd your second character do?
1. So 6 total.
Okay.
and then these come off the top of here. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I think it's when you discard it,
I
right?
just did.
Oh.
I took it and discarded it immediately.
Oh, okay.
Does it need to wait to the beginning of the next game?
No.
Because it's going to happen.
There you go.
And we get a make 1 free agility action. All gentlemen may immediately move up to 2 squares toward you. Heal 3 damage, and all gentlemen may move immediately toward you.
Okay.
So
Nice.
a free movement, a free agility action is probably as good or better than
And
these.
some healing.
And we got this heal.
Alright.
So in essence,
Okay.
and then we got a dog whistle basically.
Okay, so what we can do is we can take all the upgrades that we've unlocked and all of the gear cards that we have, just all the cards that are in our position in total,
Yeah.
because our upgrades are color coded,
Yeah.
so we know they belong to us. We'll put those all together in a stack that we,
And we're going to distribute those out.
that we will. So when we do the next chapter, we will know. Do I have?
Yeah.
Do I keep my unused chaos card to the next?
I don't.
No.
I wouldn't
No?
think so.
Okay.
No, you keep your
Because
power
you're going to
cards.
draw. Didn't you draw chaos cards as part
You
of your
start with
setup?
2.
Oh, okay,
You start
gotcha.
with 2 random ones. Yeah.
All right. So then this is essentially 6 points when we start, and this
Yep.
shadow.
Well, that was just silly.
Silly good fun.
I cannot believe it.
And then
Like,
I will
why?
take.
Those are
I will take because
How do we get these
in order to
royals?
remember which characters we're using, give me your activations. We'll just keep all of that.
I don't think mine matters because it's dictated each round, right?
Right. No, I just meant for us to know. Because we've got one that we're not playing.
Gatling gun, shock
So in the
rifle.
meantime, I'll put these, or do you have like a separate bag to put my stuff in to just
I can.
keep it that way? I don't know if that's easier.
I can. So, yeah. Where? So the rest of all these cards can be put where they belong. Like keep this stack and his special stack separate.
Here, this is my special stack. We could just add it with y'all's.
Just put it with those.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well then what's this?
That's his nanny.
Yeah. She's.
Oh,
she's
is
the
this
one that
all
I
part
picked.
of
Yeah, she's part of the upgrade that I picked
Little bag
Okay.
of wood.
So this is all part of
from
ours.
before, but I didn't deploy because I only got
Oh, I
one
guess,
turn with my guy.
Where's the bag of cardboard shits?
Oh, here we go. Okay. And was there a bag for the dice?
I think it was that little one that you got in your hand, but if we're gonna use it for the.
No, that's not. I've got other bags. I
Alright.
can get those.
All right, what's your time, Leonard? You need to leave at 10? Or
No, I got a little bit extra.
you want to try a quick filler of some sort?
Sure. I brought a couple of fillers. I've got Dice Miner, Reef, Walk the Plank, Project L, and Michael's new favorite, Gorus Maximus.
Comically, I was looking at one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and somebody was like, "Which of these should I take on my camping trip?" And it was just a bunch of card games, and a Flux was in there, and everybody was like, "Flux, Flux, Flux," and I was kind of like, "That's crazy." I like Flux. I'm probably the one that likes it the most in this group, but it is it is rare for that to be the one that everybody goes for.
Well,
I've never played
what was hilarious
I
was,
do have Scout in the car.
so when I was at I was working at HCA when I first discovered the board gaming hobby. You know, they're at Carl's, right? GameCube. So I bought some games, you know, early on, and one of them was, you know, a Flux, and Lords of Waterdeep, and some other ones. So then, my work had these conferences once a year where we'd have to go up to Chicago. So I'd take some games and I'd try to, you know, rope my roommates
Yes.
into playing, you know, games, including my manager and you know, the other
The
guys.
cardboard was in 2 different bags.
Oh, gotcha.
One.
So they suffered through Lords, but you know, it was like, I don't think Lords is deep, but it was, you know,
Yeah.
too much.
Too much for them.
Right. But they gravitated to Flux. They all loved Flux. We can't get enough of Flux. Until the day came
Shirk.
that we had the Flux game that would never end, which can happen with Flux.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they never, you know, that was the end of that, and they never wanted to hear Flux again.
My HHS students don't like to play it, but my well, I haven't really try to force it in because I haven't had a small enough group. But my DCA kids, I would pull it out every once in a while, and they just like were super
this
stressed
doing
by it. Like the fact that there were so many rules was always stressful. Plus the way that I play it is, if you could make everybody take 100 cards and then discard down to 1, I do it. Like I believe it should be in chaos. That's the whole point of the game. Is it should be chaos the whole time.
Yeah, I don't mind chaos, but that's like I've never played Flux, but
It is.
I mean,
The
you
never-ending
should,
thing?
you should play it just to be familiar with the
Yeah.
mechanics.
You have the Doctor Who one.
Yeah.
I like I think the Doctor Who one has some nice little.
And what's
things.
hilarious is before they came out with the Doctor Who Flux, one of my coworkers who I was just saying, you know, like fell in love with Flux before they got sick of it. He introduced, you know, he bought a copy of Flux himself to introduce to his family, and his kids really got into it. But they decided they really liked the Doctor Who, so they made their own Doctor Who Flux
Wow.
before the official Doctor Who Flux
That's
ever
awesome.
came out. You know?
that's the problem with CMON boxes. I feel like they never go back the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I the never-ending game thing. The thing that comes to my mind that I can't stand, I hate playing, is
I
Munchkin.
mean, is this?
It
But I
just
don't know what to cram in
the
there.
dice might fit.
Yeah, don't the dice go there?
Maybe without the bag.
There we go. The dice go there. But also,
And then
We
there's
could.
does anything else go under all of that
There you go.
stuff here? Like
Tuck that
anything
in
else
there.
go underneath?
I mean, I guess it
I
could.
don't think so.
Like we could put paper.
And something goes in this recess here.
You might be able to just lay the 2 flats.
Like where are the cards?
the cards are
What
all
cards?
in there.
The character card. Oh, here these character cards go in here.
Tuck that into the corner there.
Almost.
Yeah, I had it the first time, and then I think it. Here, let's try it
I
again.
don't know what this weird bar is. Like, I think it's a tracker, but there's
Yeah,
no,
it's probably for a
there's no
specific.
like letters or words on it, so it's like a barrier of some kind. I'm sure on the maps,
I'm sure you.
but it's just weird at the moment. And now it's gone.
And it's gone.
And then this will have to cram down.
Yeah, it might be best to try and fit that first so that you can work around it.
Well, I would say if you've never played, it might be worth it to give it a run. Just for the. Because it could go 20 minutes or less.
But it could go
Or-
indefinitely.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's hard for that when you have, like, players. I think.
Gotcha.
I think when you have people that don't know how to play, you're more likely to Not don't know how to play, but don't know how to play
Well,
board,
also the-
board
also
games. Because you understand objectives.
I always like to make sure this is the
Well,
right
so
way.
so do I, but I also don't want to dump it all over again. Anyway. All right, cool. Well, that was the World of SMOG, Rise of Moloch. That was not a actual game.
It sure was.
That was a.
That was a teach.
That was
And
a
the setup.
that was a teach.
If it was Michael who won it in that time, it would have been, this is a learning lesson of expertise. We need to study this. You guys need to bow down to me.
That was a what did they call that
A trouncing.
A
that
lesson,
was a teach and a trial run. That
a
was
lesson,
a trial
a
day.
lesson in schooling old timers.
No, good game
It
later.
was the
That was the
Speak
most
setup.
masterful thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Leonard is going off to get surgery. Won't be with us for a couple months, so we felt like he was owed.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. As you naively said, we're going to take out his minion.
No, you're back to being a pretty good sort of loser.
Exactly. Yeah, that was
That
amazing.
I don't think.
that literally is like the thing about it is
I got like one play each.
Yeah, I don't think I could plan. I don't think playing
no,
it 18
you couldn't have
times I
figured
could
out
make
how
that
to
happen
make
again.
that. You
Yeah.
could not have
Could
triggered
not.
that.
No way. That
Alright.
was just pure happenstance.
What are we gonna do?
Well,